It's time for the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Tonight's coverage on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Now, let's go live to the Numerica Performing Arts Center for the Countdown to Coronation on the NCWLIFE channel. Good evening and welcome backstage here at the Numerica Performing Arts Center, along with Queen from 1974, Julie Agins-Kuntz. I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE channel as we get ready for a little sunshine on these frigid February nights as we get ready for Apple Blossom 2025. It really starts tonight, doesn't it?
It really does start tonight. Tonight's the beginning of our festival season, and I'm so excited.
I know, and there's a few ladies that are probably about 30 feet away from us that are pretty excited about this too. It is the culmination of months, actually, of stress and strain for 10 young ladies representing the East Mont and Wenatchee school districts. The top 10 will be ferreted down to 3 tonight to represent the Apple Blossom Festival for the 106th festival coming up this spring and summer.
Yes, can you believe it? 106. And we're looking forward to seeing the ladies. We were here Thursday night for dress rehearsal, which we'll talk about in a minute, and they did a lovely job, and I hear that this morning's judging went really well, so they're ready. I've seen a few of them walk by, and they have a lot of energy. So.
Now, we have guests that'll join us here backstage, and we should probably talk about why we're backstage. It's a little bit different, I'm sure, as we see the poles for the curtains behind us here. They're doing construction with the convention center, and because of that construction, things are a little bit disarray, shall we say. And so, as a result, we were looking for space for us to be able to do our, as I call it, the pregame show here for our countdown to kickoff. There we go. Yeah, thinking about that game tomorrow. I know. But the countdown to coronation, of course, our pageant coming up at 7 o'clock. And so we talked with Mike Locke here, who is head of the Grand Poobah at the Numerica Performing Arts Center, and said, "Okay, let's think outside the box." He goes, "Why don't you do it backstage?" So here we are backstage. A little different look to it, but for theater buffs, they're going to love that.
This is home. This is home. This is stage right, and been here many times.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out. I guess if you're looking at the crowd, that's how you figure stage right.
That's always the actor's reference. Yeah, so yes.
Okay. Yes. And what was the cartoon character? Exit stage right.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I should remember. I'm old enough to remember, but Eric, sorry.
Coming up, we have guests that are going to join us here on the Countdown to Coronation. We have, of course, the festival administrator, Darcy Christopherson, who, by the way, has had a tumultuous week herself.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about poor Darcy.
Well, apparently it was Tuesday, I believe. She was going down some stairs out into the house and missed a step and broke her foot.
Yeah.
So she's on a scooter.
And she's really
she is flying around backstage.
On that scooter. So Darcy's going to join us just before we get ready for pageant. We also have the outgoing royalty for 2024 who have been a fantastic representation for the Apple Blossom Festival and for the Wenatchee Valley. I'm sure they're probably a little nervous right now too.
No. I think, they're nervous for the girls. For the team. Yes, but they are so excited. And actually, there's a lot of nostalgia that goes on, and it's a very reflective evening, and it's nice to look back and just be grateful for the great experience.
Yeah. So, and in addition, we have the junior royalty from 2024 who are going, they're already, I think, 6th graders. They started as 5th graders last spring. We'll tell you more about that coming up as well as they'll join us here in just a few minutes. For those who are not familiar with the program here, the judging. Talk about today and what's been going on today, Julie.
Okay, the ladies, our top 10 candidates met with our judges this morning for a quick breakfast. It was not really a judged event, but of course everything is judged, and so they had a quick light breakfast. And then we had panel judging, which is 30% of the ladies' score. They met one contestant and 5 judges, and 10 minutes of questions being thrown at that candidate. Then they take a break for lunch, and then they do one-on-one with the judges. And that's a time for the judges to clarify any questions they may have from the panel judging, ask things about the girls that's on their bio, and then those scores are tabulated, and that is 60% of today's score. So I just want to let you know, if you have your favorite and she does lovely, and maybe she doesn't get into the 3, it's because tonight is only worth 40%. So the bulk of the judging happened this morning, so just keep that in mind.
The fun thing about this, though, and they started this here a few years ago, is that you have a chance to be a voter tonight.
Yes, you do.
With the most original speech. There is a QR code that we'll throw up on the screen. We'll do that a few times here tonight. You can take a snapshot of that with your phone, download the Apple Blossom app, and then come the intermission, you'll get a chance to vote for the most original speech. And we were here for the rehearsal the other night, and I'll tell you, there's some
They're
really good speeches.
outstanding. I was thinking, man, my speech wasn't that good. so they're doing really great.
Before we bring in junior royalty, the things have changed just a tad since your day. I won't say
think you
how
don't
many
say
years
the
ago
year
that
because
was, but-
if your math is good, you can figure it out. The process is actually still the same. The opening number has become bigger and better, but the scoring process actually is still the same. Panel judging, one-on-ones, and then the evening pageant, they get one score for tonight. So
from what I understand, though, the biggest thing that's changed is all the education that girls receive between the time that they're announced as the top 10 and now, which has been about a little more than a month ago.
It's been, a little over a month, and they have a lot of training. I think Jan Randall Crawler and I, she's one of our chaperones, were talking. I think we had a week and a half to get ready.
Yeah.
And so they do a lot more of that. So
I was fortunate enough to be involved in the mock panel interviews.
Yes.
I did media training with the girls. They came in and did interviews with us here at the NCWLIFE channel. By the way, I wanted to take a quick moment here to thank both Dan Kuntz for doing the interviews last year, because I had a little thing happen with my neck.
A thing,
And then Grant Olson for filling in seriously last minute. I don't know how they found him a tux that fast, but speaking of which, thanks to Anna's Creations for the tuxedo here tonight. And Julie, who are you wearing tonight?
You ask me this every year, and again, I will say the back of my closet.
The back.
I mean, I'm just being honest, folks.
Why not? We're going to take a quick break, come back, and when we do here during our countdown to coronation, we will bring you the outgoing, I guess we could say it, a junior royalty here for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. It is the Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Back with more Backstage here at the PAC, coming up next on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back once again, backstage here at the New America Performing Arts Center as we get ready for the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Now we get a chance to talk to the junior royalty for this past year. We have the Queen, Ruby Johnson. We have Princesses Mackenzie Prater and Ella Crass. Ladies, thanks for joining us tonight.
Of course. Thank you for inviting us.
Of course. So talk about this past year. I'm sure it's probably flown by, hasn't it?
Yes. It's just been, we've enjoyed every minute of it, and it's been such an amazing opportunity to spend time with these girls.
So were you guys here or around, or did you watch the pageant last year? Because you guys were actually crowned after the pageant, right?
Yes. For my experience, my mom invited me, and I wanted to go with my sister, but I ended up not going, and I regret it now, but I'm excited I get to this year.
How about you?
We watch it online every year, but I didn't think that I would come here, but I am here now, so very happy about that.
And?
Yeah, I didn't actually end up going. I think we were busy that day, but I'm actually very excited that we get to be here today and meet the next royalty.
And they get fantastic seats, too,
Yes,
by the way.
they do.
So is this something, now that you've had this experience with junior royalty, which, by the way, is for 5th grade girls in the Eastmont Wenatchee School District, and it's an essay, right?
Yes. 2 essay competitions, one for top 10 and one for top 3.
Okay. Do you remember what your essay was about that landed you the queenship?
The first one or the second one?
I guess the second one would have got you the queen, right?
Well, yes. The second one was if you could talk to any animal, what animal would you talk to and what would you talk about?
Okay.
I said a dog because I absolutely love dogs. And I said I would love to learn more about just how they communicate, whether it's barking or anything else. And I just, yeah.
Julie?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I talked about a tiger because a tiger is definitely one of my favorite animals. And I kind of did a little bit more of playing out the scene, like maybe this tiger was friendly, or maybe he was really unfriendly, maybe he had a family, or maybe he was more of a loner.
Okay, and you?
Sounds good.
I talked about a lion because I didn't know much about lions, and I just talked about how I would want to learn more about a lion and like what it would do or what I would like do with it. So.
All right, so lions and tigers and dogs.
And
Oh,
dogs.
my.
Yeah, that sounds very close to our.
Yes. We'll talk more about
Yes, we
the
will.
musical coming up a little bit.
That was a teaser.
Yeah, let's also talk about, now that you've done this, is this something you want to try how many years from now and do what they're doing here tonight?
Yes, I would love to do it in my senior year tonight. And my sister is actually doing it this year, which I'm very excited for. And I would absolutely love to when I come in 6 years, 7 years, 6.
Okay.
We didn't tell them we're doing math tonight.
No.
How about you?
I always knew that I wanted to do this, but now that I've done junior royalty, I know for sure that I want to do this in 6 years because it was just so much fun, and now I got to see what the senior girls did, and I just would love to do it for myself.
100%. When I remember when I was like 6 years old, I would always look up at the big floats and the girls in the pretty dresses, and I was always like, I want that to be me, so definitely want to try it.
So, Queen Ruby, I got one more question for you.
Yes.
Are you used to wearing the crown by now?
I wouldn't say used to, but I definitely enjoy it.
All right. Well, we are just about 3 hours away from crowning a
Yes.
new court here for 2025 with the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Ladies, thank you so much for your great representation, and best of luck and have fun tonight.
Yes.
All right, we'll take a break and come back. We have the outgoing royalty from 2024 coming up, the senior royalty, if you will. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you Prep Boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Mary Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome back once again backstage, which is becoming a very busy place.
Yes.
Along with Julie Agins-Kuntz, our queen from 1974. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channel, and we have royalty here. 2024 royalty. We have our queen, of course, Ella Stemmel. We have Janissa Hepton and Lexi Fennell. There are princesses. Ladies, so take us back to a year ago tonight and what the nerves were, what was going on in your head.
I was really trying to focus on just having fun. The interviews, I felt good about how I did, so I was like, I don't want nerves to get in the way. So I was just trying to have fun. I was trying to make jokes, and I made a joke backstage. I was compensating with enthusiasm. So I was trying to switch the nerves with just extra bubbliness, and I think everyone was like, what are you on? How much caffeine have you drunk? Like, I haven't had any, but I'm just excited to be here.
Lexi, how about you?
It was so surreal. There were so many memories from last year, a year ago, but definitely just excitement, nerves. I just wanted to get out there. I was so excited to be out on the pageant floor and in our dresses. I was most looking forward to standing hand in hand with all 10 of us, so I was just really excited for that and just ready to get on with it, I guess.
Janissa?
I would have to say I was the nervous wreck that Ella was talking about. I forgot the governor in my interview, and I lost it after that, but we came back.
See, and that's important too, because you have a feeling coming out of the judging in the morning, and then, to a greater or lesser degree, you're like excited for the pageant and get it out of the way. And then for some, it's like, oh man, I got to knock this out of the park.
Yeah. I definitely think that. I remember coming out of my interview, I was really proud, but as I thought about it, I was like, why did I say it? Why did I sound like that? Why does my voice sound like that? But I tried to just push that out of my mind and just focus on what was next. And I can't change the interview, but I can go in with excitement and do my best now. And it's such an amazing opportunity. And I think we all did our best to experience it to the fullest. Yeah.
So I got to know, highlight. Was there one highlight or many highlights or one highlight from this year for you being in the royal court?
That's a difficult question. There's so many events I wish I could go back to and just relive, but while we're on this day, I think Coronation Day was just such an amazing time to look back on. I mean, it was still the 10 of us, and we were just so proud of all of our accomplishments, and we got to sit here with all of our friends and family and just celebrate this amazing valley.
I would have to say for me, it was the kiddos, of course. I loved going to all the schools, and my favorite thing is just seeing a child and their eyes are just like, what? And just waving at them, and it's just my favorite thing ever.
So Ella, how about highlight for you?
So the highlight for me was probably the junior royalty. These girls know I love those girls, and I think they're gonna be here tonight, and I'm so excited to see them, but getting to work with them and see their excitement, and hopefully one day they'll run for Apple Blossom, that was just so special for me. And similar to Janissa, just anytime I got to be with kids, it just fed my soul. They're so sweet and so excited to see you, and it's such an amazing experience.
So we got to know where you guys are and what's happening in your lives right now.
So I am currently at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah, and I am majoring in psychology, trying to become a family therapist. And I am loving it. I have amazing roommates who are going to be watching tonight. They support me so much. They said that when they looked at my Instagram and they saw pictures of me in a crown and a dress, they were worried I was going to be stuck up. But they said, thankfully, that they don't think I'm too stuck up. No, they said, thankfully, they don't think I'm stuck up, and they just are so awesome, and I've been loving all my time at college, and I'm so excited to be back here to get a pass off the mantle.
Lexi, how about you? Where are you at? What's going on?
I am at Central Washington University. I'm in their professional pilot program. I've been flying around. I have about 25 hours right now. I've flown solo, like just me in the plane. It was pretty crazy and surreal and pretty emotional for me, but yeah, I'm just spending most of my time flying right now.
We always hope for these seniors to, take off and fly. Literally.
Literally,
That's what's
I know.
Janissa, where are you these days?
So I'm at Washington State University, and I'm majoring in elementary education. So there comes the kiddos. And it's just been really amazing. I get to volunteer at an elementary school there and spend lots of time telling them that I'm a princess, and it's the greatest time ever, and I love it.
Well, I know it's a busy night. You guys look like you're more excited than you are kind of, sad that your reign is coming to an end here tonight. But also, you have a chance tomorrow to have a special breakfast. Tell us about that.
Yes, so tomorrow we get to meet with the 3 winners, so the queen and the princesses, and we get to have breakfast with them and pass on our knowledge. We get to, we'll probably sing our song for them because part of being a royalty is you write a parody song, and we each made them blankets, and on the blankets it's embroidered queen and then princesses, and we handmade those. We made tie blankets, and we get to give that to them tomorrow, and we are so excited because a lot of love went into them. Yes.
Well, you open that can, so you guys going to sing your song right now?
We are more than happy to.
Okay, we have to say pageant. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Apple Blossom's great. We're here with you today. And that's why we can't wait. It's time to celebrate. Darcy, Marianne, and Craig. They always make our day. And our chaperones are gray. That's what we all say. But I keep loving every minute of it. It's like I've got this history in my mind saying it's 105. Cause Wenatchee is so great, 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 great. And we love some L parade, raid, 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 raid. The food fair will fill your plate, 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 plate. We can't wait, we can't wait. Apple blossoms bloom, 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 bloom. And Pepsi is so cool, 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 cool. And pageant, you rule, 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 rule. Thank you all. Thank you all.
How about that?
That's wonderful.
Hey, I'm tossing my stick away. I'm clapping on that. That's awesome. Ladies, thank you so much for all you've done for the Wenatchee Valley. I know there's been a lot that's been come to you, but you also gave back so much, and we really appreciate what you've done to represent the festival, what you've done to represent your families and yourselves, and of course, the Wenatchee Valley.
Thank you.
We'll take a break and come back. We've got Darcy. I don't know if she's still on the scooter or not, but we'll talk to Darcy Christopherson coming up next as we count down to coronation here live on the NCWLIFE channel.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back one more time around as we get ready for the pageant to start in just 5 minutes from now. We have Darcy Christopherson, who's our festival administrator, on her scooter.
This happened.
You're getting around pretty good on that.
Yeah,
You're
it was
fast
really
tonight.
fun today.
Yeah.
You know, I was at the Hilton Garden Inn where all the judging was, and that's a really cool place to scooter.
There's some long hallways.
You're going to have your little guide to scootering the Wenatchee Valley after this?
It was
beautiful top, by the way.
Thank you.
It plays well on the camera.
Thank you. Oh, does it?
Yes, it does.
So talk about today real quick and how the ladies did. This has been a long month to prepare for this day.
Yes. Yes, they did amazing. I think, we have a new process to get into the 10. We added a little panel interview element to it, and I think that really calmed their nerves for today.
Yes.
So they were all 10 very prepared, and they were excited when it was all over with.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I can't wait for tonight, because they realized that the judges are real, and they did the best they could, and they were themselves, and that's what it's all about.
It is,
so I was very proud of them. I don't hear a lot of it with the one-on-ones, but the panel interviews that I heard with the principals, they all did so amazing.
Lovely. So I don't know what I was going to ask you. So what do you want to say tonight? What do you have to say to our 10 candidates? Don't cry. That's crying's for later when we introduce you. But
When she's on stage
When
later,
she's on
that's
stage,
when it's
right.
going to happen.
I won't cry.
Okay.
Haha.
Yeah.
No, and I've already said this to them, is that, no matter what the outcome is, you are all winners, and this process will help you do whatever you want to do in the future.
Exactly.
And again, these girls, in fact, one of the judges said that, is that I've just learned so much from these girls and this process that I know that these girls are going to do great things in the future no matter. And they just met them.
Yes.
So they're awesome girls, and I just love them. And
We should mention, too, of course, Wenatchee Central Lions Club, again, here to run the show and do the show for you.
Yep.
And this is a show. This is not just the top 10. You got Fabulous Feet, you got Music Theater of Wenatchee. I mean, everybody's involved.
Yep, we have the Fabulous Feet dancers. We have our amazing escorts that are representing Wenatchee High School, the River Academy, and Eastmont High School. So they'll be helping the candidates throughout the show. We have some music theater. We have some women from music theater that will be a part of the serenade, which is my favorite.
They are lovely.
You will cry, people.
Yes.
You will cry during the serenade.
It's powerful.
Their voices are amazing.
Yes.
So, it's always a show, and that's what we love about this is, we have a sold out crowd here, and then we have a sold out crowd streaming. What is it? Usually 4,000 people watching this from all over the world.
Which is exciting.
I mean, how cool is that this program it has that much enthusiasm and that people want to be a part of it, and it's pretty awesome.
It is.
Well, you're pretty awesome, too, Darcy. And, they were talking about how many years you've been doing this. Wow.
31 years. Mm-hmm. And this is probably not counting when I was queen, but probably my 35th pageant that I have been a part of.
It only feels like 5.
I know. I remember them all.
Yeah. Well, they don't start the show until you're ready to start the show.
Right,
now,
right.
are you going to be on stage? You're going to be, where are you going to be with a scooter?
I'm going to kind of hang out over here a little bit. I do need to put my foot up and once in a while. So
she'll be in the green room for a little bit.
You have a headset on back here, too?
No, they don't let me have a headset.
She's not allowed on pageant night. No.
I do not ever get to wear a headset during pageant. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Well, that's probably a good thing,
The
though,
only
right?
time I got a headset was in 1993 when I was a director. After that, never again. And I don't know why that would be.
I can neither confirm or deny any of that information.
Speaking of the director of the pageant, we are going to have her join us during our intermission here on the NCWLIFE channel. We have also some choreographers that are going to join us. And also, right after intermission, stay tuned for that, because Catch Me If You Can is the official Apple Blossom musical this year.
Yep, it's a great show, and you will have the choreographers that are doing music theater be a part of that. But it's a really great show that I've seen.
It'll be. It's wonderful.
I only know
it's
the
high
movie
energy.
with Leonardo DiCaprio, so I don't know anything about the Broadway show, but I'm going to learn about it.
Yes, you are.
You're right up with me there, Darcy. Well, Darcy, thank you very much for the fun. It's been a fun week. I know it's been a long week for the ladies, but they look like they are just jacked up tonight.
They're jacked up. They're ready to go.
They're ready.
Let's get the party started.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get that party started. We'll take a break, come back, and the pageant is next here, live from the New American Performing Arts Center. It's the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant, presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. We've got it for you next on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured with the Harvest Valley Pest Control. They're using kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Merry Maids. Leaving your house cleaning chores to the caring team members at Merry Maids of Wenatchee is the easy way to have a completely clean home just the way you want it. For a free in-home estimate, call today, 509-293-4243. Together for Youth. They'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for help. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2024 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty, Queen Ella Stimmel and Princesses Janessa Hempton and Lexi Fennell. Welcome, ladies.
Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything's fine.
Good evening and welcome to the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant, sponsored by Cashmere Valley Bank. Now, let's meet our top 10 candidates with the fabulous feet dancers.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. A kind of magic. 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 Ballroom. Come on, follow me. You'll be happy to be there, dancing to life. If only because dust is what we come to. Nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters. It's just life. So keep dancing through.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2025 Apple Blossom Festival Top 10 candidates.
the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come on, come on, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now, 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 now.
Hi, my name is Bob, and I approve this message.
I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yes, it turns to gold.
Everybody knows I got the magic in me.
I got the magic, baby.
When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me.
They be snapping, baby.
Everybody wants a blast of magic, 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 magic. Oh, I got the magic in me.
Hey, I got that. Hey, I got the magic in me. I got the magic in me.
Welcome to the Numerica Pack. I am coming to you live from the land of Oz, where everything is magical and the apples are delicious, but they grow on weird talking trees who are super mean.
Ouch! What do you think you're doing?
See? If you didn't understand that reference, that's okay. It's from 1939. Wait, no, wait, hold up. Oh, pay no attention to the MC behind the curtain. Oh. Hi, everybody. I don't think I'm technically supposed to be here, but the back door was unlocked, and believe it or not, I own this entire costume, so I thought, why not run it back for a third year? Yeah, I'm like the Kansas City Chiefs of Apple Blossom pageant MCs. Correct. If you haven't been here for the last 2 years, my name is Alex Haley, and I will be your MC for the third year in a row. And as you can see, I'm very excited to be here. Who is that guy? Why is he not the host? Why am I out here dressed like a munchkin? You got Zac Efron backstage. Oh my goodness. How are we doing? Happy Apple Blossom, everybody. It's my pleasure to be back, and it's my pleasure to be joining the Three Timers Club for emceeing the Apple Blossom pageant. How many people are in this club, you ask? Just me. And to be honest, I think I've been thinking about dropping out because, as the great Groucho Marx once said, I would never belong to a club that would have me as a member. Yeah. If you didn't understand that reference, that's okay. It's from 1933. So now let's get to something a little bit more modern. Tonight's theme is a wickedly magical night because wicked was trademarked. Who here, did anybody see the movie Wicked or the stage production of Wicked? Yes. Well, tonight we'll be rejoicifying 10 remarkable young ladies as they demonstrate their braverism to find out who will be the next royal court of the 106th Apple Blossom Festival. Tonight's pageant will reflect the themes of Wicked: heroism, friendship, morality, finding your identity, and dancing through life. If you haven't seen the movie, I apologize, that may have been a bit confusifying, but at least it's a reference from this century, right? Okay, guys, it's gonna be a great show. Are you excited to be here? I am a proud member of the Wenatchee Central Lions Club, which is why I'm up here for the third year in a row, because I need to recruit. But the Wenatchee Central Lions Club have been directing the pageant for over 50 years. They've worked very hard the past 6 months to make this special club for our candidates. Let's hear it for the Wenatchee Central Lions Club. Year after year, we have volunteers who step up to make this festival what it is today. A group that plays a huge part in this is the Board of Directors, whose names are in tonight's program. Please check them out. Leading this group is a longtime volunteer. Let's welcome our Wizard of Apple Blossom, 106th Director General Kurt Ulrich, and his wife, Cindy. The Wenatchee Applearians have been the official hosting organization of the Apple Blossom Festival for over 60 years. The Applearians provide the Queen's $10,000 scholarship. Please welcome 2025 Chancellor Linda Harold and her husband Dave. The Applearians' biggest fundraiser is coming up, the Daddy-Daughter Dance on March 22nd. Tickets go fast, so go to appleblossom.org for more information. Our festival is very fortunate to have our generous sponsors. Cashmere Valley Bank have supported the festival for over 25 years. Let's welcome VP Branch Manager Claudia DeRobles and Loan Officer Katie Waterhouse. The cities of East Wenatchee and Wenatchee are huge supporters of the Apple Blossom Festival. Let's welcome East Wenatchee's Mayor Jerry Crawford and Wenatchee's Mayor Mike Poyer and his wife Maureen. Thank you to Sinkster Motors for donating a 2025 GMC Acadia Denali for our sponsors to drive around our royalty in style. Please welcome Sales Manager Jacob Sinkster. Another note, Jake, I'm still waiting for a response on my Denali. Willing to trade as many beer garden tokens as you want. Just let's talk after the show. 5 of the remaining 7 candidates from 2024 are with us tonight. Please welcome Dania Cuevo Sandoval, Samantha Dodd, Ava Porter, Betsy Gomez, and Laurel Patterson. Joining us tonight is our reigning 2024 Apple Blossom Festival Junior Royalty. Please welcome Queen Ruby Johnson, Princess Mackenzie Prater, and Princess Ella Grass. If you are a 5th grader in the Eastmont or Wenatchee School District, it's not too late to turn in your essay. Go online to appleblossom.org for more information. We have members of the Apple Blossom Festival's past royalty here tonight. Will our past royalty please stand to be recognized? They will all be singing a special song for us later, so get ready for that. We have newly crowned Manson Apple Blossom Festival royalty here tonight. Congratulations, Queen Genesis Torres and Princesses Bryn Williams and Isabella Alexander. All our candidates have expressed a desire to continue with their education. Our newly crowned queen tonight will receive a $10,000 scholarship provided by the Wenatchee Applearians. Each princess will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Scholarship Fund. Through a generous donation from the Floor Factory, each of the remaining 7 candidates will receive a $1,000 scholarship. Please join me in thanking Floor Factory partners and fellow Lion Patty Sparks and Robin Sparks Crawford. The principals from the 3 schools that our candidates attend have spent the entire day observing the judging process. Please welcome the administrators from these school districts: Eastmont Superintendent Spencer Taylor and Eastmont School Principal Dell Anders. The River Academy's principal, Mike Picatoli. And Wenatchee High School's principal, Eric Anderson. The judging tonight is 40% of the total voting process. The remaining 60% is from today's panel and one-on-one interviews. Now, let's meet our judges. From Bothell, Washington, Melissa Arias. Melissa is the Chief Chapter Advancement Officer for Make-A-Wish America. From Yakima, Tyler Price. Tyler is fourth-generation CEO of Price Cold Storage and Packaging Company. From Seattle, Aaron Osborne. Aaron is founder and CEO at Osborne Northwest PR, an agency representing tourism, food and beverage, and lifestyle clients. From Pullman, Washington, Ruben Mays. Ruben is the Regional, Eastern, and Central Washington Partnerships and Philanthropy Office at Seattle Children's Hospital. And from Yakima, Amanda McKinney. Amanda serves as Yakima County Commissioner, working hard to preserve and protect farms in the Yakima Valley. Thank you again to all of our judges. All right, who else? Yeah, she was the first Princess Queen in 1974. Yeah. It's the first year they had a hyphenate that year. That was the only year that the princesses were announced in a particular order. Kathy. Tonight, our audience here and at home will be able to vote for the candidate who had the most original speech. This award is based on creativity, originality, and delivery of the candidate's speech pertaining to the topic they were given. In tonight's program, there is a QR code that will take you to the voting platform. There, those of you that are at home watching, the QR code will be on your TV or computer screen. So, you all need to think like a judge. The public vote counts as 45% of the vote, and our judge's count is 55%. The voting will not start until intermission. This is also a reminder to turn off your phones. We do not want phones ringing or making any distractions during our candidate speeches. So they are off. Perfect. Thank you. 1 month ago, our candidates drew their pageant order and were given each topic a spark within. We have learned some fun and interesting things about our candidates that will be shared when being introduced. Now it's time to hear from our first candidate.
Our first candidate enjoys playing pickleball, and her favorite midnight snack is beef sticks. Her go-to karaoke song is Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, and she has a unique talent. She has the ability to eat an entire rotisserie chicken by herself in one sitting. Her perfect day would include waking up on a beach and reading her Bible, going for a quick swim in the ocean, and then going out for coffee with her mom, sister, and Grammy. Please welcome candidate Ella Johnson.
I love cake. I mean, who doesn't? In fact, the only other person who I know loves cake more than me would have to be my hilarious younger brother, Noah, who happens to be nonverbal with severe autism. Now, when I say Noah really loves cake, I mean absolutely nothing will stop him from getting a slice. One fateful, chaotic day, I not only learned just how much he loves cake, but I learned what a simple slice can teach us about how the spark within kindness can grow into powerful acts of compassion. It was a gorgeous sunny day at the splash pad where Noah was enjoying the sensory feeling of the water and the relief it brought from that Wenatchee summer heat. It was busy at the park, and a picture-perfect quinceañera was being thrown at the picnic area nearby. Everything changed in a split second. Before we knew it, Noah had taken off all of his clothes and ran streaking into the birthday party. And before we could catch him, he took not one, but 2 large fistfuls of that beautiful 3-tiered cake. The picturesque pastry was no more. I told you, my brother loves his cake. After getting Noah decent and away from any more treats, the birthday girl's sweet family walked over and handed Noah a fresh, untouched slice of her cake. When she could have chosen to be angry, upset, and reasonably frustrated at what had happened, the birthday girl instead chose more than just being kind. She chose compassion. The spark within kindness has the power to stir within us the empathy to understand others' struggles. And this empathy expands into the fire that is compassion, a force that drives us to not only just feel for others, but to take action to help them. For true compassion is an intentional empathetic decision of choosing to love people where they are at, even when it's difficult, and especially when we ourselves may be suffering. For when we are challenged with hard things, we are faced with two choices on how we respond to our circumstances. We can rage and be hurt, or we can offer up a slice of cake. We can choose despair or hope, frustration or compassion. While despair blows out the spark, compassion ignites it. Now, while you will probably never have a little boy with special needs in his birthday suit come steal your birthday cake, we will all encounter people and circumstances that are not what we planned nor what we wanted. People who rub you the wrong way, who don't think like you do, who may have a different perspective, or situations that you just don't understand. But the beauty of compassion is that it transcends language barriers, cultures, political views. It builds bridges and mends relationships, bonding us through our shared human experience, the shared desire to all be understood and loved. Because let's face it, we're all just trying our best and we could all use a little grace. Sure, we could just be kind and have it end there. Kindness is still good and we do need more of it. But the difference between kindness and compassion is taking action. When we let that spark grow by truly meeting people where they are at and loving them as they are. Because it is courageous to be compassionate when we might get a laugh out of being cruel. So this is a call to action. Action for compassion. To share your cake, even with those who try to ruin it. To choose hope and grace over despair. To let the spark of kindness within burn into a wildfire of compassion in you, in your home, in our community, and beyond. Choose compassion. It's a piece of cake.
Our next candidate's favorite beverage is a pink drink from Starbucks, and her favorite foods are bagels, mac and cheese, and pineapple. A hobby of hers is raising her lovely rabbits and chickens, and her go-to karaoke song is Let It Go from Frozen. She feels every good day starts with Starbucks and ends with the company of family, friends, and obviously, food. Please welcome candidate Ava Smeller.
I want to be a labor and delivery nurse. God has provided me with many experiences that have paved the way for this dream. Of course, I knew that I would have to go to college and then attend nursing school. That posed a minor problem. Science classes. Photosynthesis? Perplexing. The rock cycle? Boring. Newton's laws of motion? Gibberish. Like oil and water, science and I are fundamentally incompatible. Or so I thought. Absolutely nothing could have prepared me for one of the science courses I was required to take, the infamous human anatomy and physiology. When I caught my first glimpse of the syllabus, I teetered on the edge of sheer despair. 12 weeks of class, 14 exams, 16 chapters, and thousands of scientific terms to memorize. Impossible. The first unit covered the integumentary system. The intega what? Why not just call it the skin system? Overwhelmed with anxiety, I found myself studying for hours, struggling to absorb the vast amount of information needed to succeed on the first exam. When I earned a score of 98%, a spark of confidence ignited within me. This surge of confidence coursed through me, kindling a flame of motivation. With that drive, I knew I could tackle the rest of the class, facing any challenges that came my way. Of course, I still have 13 exams to go, so buckle up. The most difficult exam covered all 207 bones of the body, including every bump, ridge, and crevice on each bone. Allow me to demonstrate. I am pointing to what any average person would call their finger. But according to science, this is my proximal, middle, and distal phalanges. That's 3 bones down, but I still had 204 to go. I felt my newfound confidence flicker, but the flame of motivation burned brighter. To help me study the bones, my mom bought me my very own pet skeleton, whom I lovingly named Tickles. Tickles accompanied me to Starbucks for 7-hour study sessions and even joined me on a trip to Seattle with my family. With my motivation at its peak and Tickles by my side, I managed to excel on the bone exams. With each successful grade, the flame within me grew stronger, unleashing a blazing fire of determination, confidence, and passion. These carried me through what I now consider is the hardest class I've ever taken. The challenges never lessened. I simply grew more capable of overcoming them. After countless sleepless nights, 16 finished notebooks, and gallons of my tears, I somehow finished the class with an A, a 99.7% in science. This was an achievement I never imagined. I love science because I have proven to myself I am capable of doing hard things. That spark of confidence transformed my perspective. I am confident I can persevere and succeed again and again. I no longer say I want to be a labor and delivery nurse. I say I will be a labor and delivery nurse, for there is no limit to what I can deliver.
Our third candidate's favorite midnight snack is apples with cinnamon and nut butter, and her favorite genre of music is indie or rock. If she could live in any movie, she would choose Grease. Her go-to karaoke song is Killing Me Softly with His Song by Fugees. And a unique talent of hers, well, she can play the harmonica to Piano Man by Billy Joel. Her perfect day includes going to the Wild Huckleberry with her best friend, shopping at local antique stores across the valley with her friends, and ending the day snuggled up on the couch with her puppy, Steve. Please welcome candidate Sierra Rodriguez.
As a kid, I was a baker, or at least I would call myself that. In all honesty, I'd really just sit in the kitchen watching my Nana bake while making grabby hands for the spatula caked with batter. Something about the forbidden raw egg just tasted so much better than the actual baked cupcake. I would also help her get the batter into liners, catching stray drops as we went along. My Nana tried to teach me as much as she could, I'm sure. But being so young, I'd eventually lose interest and go chase my cousins in the yard until the cupcakes were actually done. It was in my Nana's small, cozy kitchen that smelled of cookies and was lit with a warm yellow light, helping her bake, that the little flickers of my passion for baking started to ignite. You know, I didn't wake up one day and say, oh man, I think baking's gonna be my big spark. It took a lot of different ingredients for me to understand what that meant to me. One of the times I specifically remember feeling that overwhelming joy for baking was when I got my KitchenAid stand mixer for Christmas. Ripping open that wrapping paper to see the bright red image of the stand mixer staring back at me made my gut churn with excitement. Imaginations of me baking cookies, cupcakes, cakes, and anything you can imagine were flowing through my mind like rapid fire. The second I got to my grandparents' familiar house, I told my Nana as quick as I could, because she, of course, had one of these mixers. I obviously had to have the exact same mixer as her, because she was a real baker just like I always wanted to be. I told anyone I could that I had a mixer just like my Nana, so I could bake them anything they could possibly think of. This was one of those moments that made that spark in me grow a little bit bigger. Through the years I've had this mixer, it's come with me everywhere I've gone. It's felt as if each big moment in my life came with a recipe. When I moved away from all my family to come to Wenatchee, I was constantly baking scones. When I was fighting my way through depression and anxiety during my freshman year of high school, you would always catch me baking pies. The thing about pies is the hardest part to form right is the crust, so I was consistently tweaking the recipe till it was as good as it could get. I remember the first time I made the perfect pie crust, I sent a picture to my Nana and said, "Look, I didn't even have to Frankenstein it together." Pouring the sweet berry filling into the crust felt like a reward for making the perfect pie crust. When I felt the most alone I've ever felt, I realized I had my red mixer and my recipes to keep me company. The thing about life is that life is like a recipe. You can follow it step by step, but it won't come out the exact same every single time. Now, as an 18-year-old, I bake for everyone. My friends always beg me to bake them those chocolate chip cookies with the sea salt on top because they swear it's the best thing they've ever tasted. And somehow, I always get myself roped into making cupcakes for family gatherings. Sometimes, it really feels like it's me and my red mixer against the world. But I know I wouldn't have the honor of baking for my loved ones if it wasn't for my Nana's desire to teach me how. With each recipe I try comes a lot of trial and error. I've had many delicious successes, like my berry pies, and many, many horrible smelling burnt failures, like that time I tried to make caramel. That day, I unfortunately made the house smell like rubber for at least a week. I felt like a failure for sure, but with each delicacy I tried, that little spark in me burned brighter and brighter. Even when I stopped baking for a few months because things felt hopeless and bitter, I realized I just needed to add a little bit of sugar in my life, and that passion never dimmed. It always shines bright within me.
Our next candidate's favorite treat is a banana split, and her favorite midnight snack is hot chips with a squeeze of lime. She goes to Disneyland multiple times a year and knows it inside and out. If she could live in any movie, she would choose The Notebook. And if she could be friends with a fictional character, she would choose to be friends with DJ Tanner from Full House. Her perfect day includes waking up to a motherload of breakfast already made by her bed, attending a sunrise yoga class in the warm weather outside, followed by a cup of coffee while she tans in the sun. Please welcome candidate Deja Carlson.
Remember these numbers: 2, 2, 4. Every moment of our lives, sparks are firing in our brains. Billions of neurons communicating, creating thoughts, emotions, and memories. These sparks make us who we are. For me, my spark within is my passion for neurology, born out of a deeply personal journey with my grandfather, who taught me about resilience, love, and the fragility of the human mind. When I was 8 years old, my grandmother passed away. While I was deeply saddened, I hadn't yet understood the effect this would have on my life. That night, my mom sat on my bed, rubbed my shoulder, and told me 5 words that would change everything. We're moving in with Grandpa. If you knew me at 8 years old, and if you knew my grandpa, you'd understand why I was absolutely ecstatic. I jumped out of bed and began to pack right then and there. I began to dream of all the adventures we'd have together. I finally had someone who was actually willing to play Barbies with me whenever I asked. My grandpa wasn't just an ordinary man. He was a bit of a rebel. He would sneak bread into the parks and feed the ducks until seagulls would steal the entire loaf. He would bring home apple blossom coloring contests for me and secretly trace the lines just in the hopes I would win, which I never did. And he would teach me lifelong lessons, like how the real way to win Old Maid is just by bending the corner of the card. This was his way of showing me life is full of little secrets and little joys. My cousins and I called him Grandpa Dirt, not because he was messy, but because he loved being outside. The house that we lived in with him for 6 years was built with his own 2 hands. When he wasn't inside, reading the nickel ad, or of course, playing Barbies with me, he was outside in his yard. He wasn't only my grandfather, but my best friend. He knew me as Punky and nothing else. I was never Deja to him. I was his Punky. It wasn't until I was around 10 years old that I began to realize why we moved in with Grandpa Dirt. He had advanced Alzheimer's disease. He began to forget things at a rapid rate as I grew more conscious of it. When his dementia got to the point that we decided it was best to move him into a memory care facility, I was 14 years old. There is no greater pain than losing a loved one, but watching them lose themselves first is life-changing. He was no longer the Grandpa Dirt I knew. He didn't know my name, my relation to him, and eventually who I was altogether. His spark, once so fiercely ignited, seemed to be flickering, and I couldn't bear to watch it be blown out. One morning, I sat on his bed and held his hand. He looked at me in my eyes with such love and sincerity that it brought me to tears. This was the Grandpa Dirt I knew. Then, he said 4 words that I never thought I'd hear again. I love you, Punky. The next morning, Grandpa Dirt passed away. The spark that my grandfather had was carefully placed into my heart that day. Because of him, I've decided to pursue a career in neurology. His brain was crafted so uniquely and wonderfully, and I never understood how something so beautiful could be gone so quickly. I believe that I was put on this earth to bring my personal spark to those who may have forgotten their own. Now, raise your hand if you remember those 3 numbers. 2, 2, 4. Today, tomorrow, forever. There's no spark I'd rather have within me than my Grandpa Dirt's. His spark is my spark.
Our 5th candidate's favorite pizza is Domino's chicken pizza with Alfredo sauce, and her favorite midnight snack is jalapeno chips. She can speak Russian and Ukrainian, and if she could live in any movie, she would choose Jurassic Park to live among dinosaurs. She feels her perfect day can only exist in the summer, specifically on a sunny July day. She would make herself a scrumptious coffee with exactly 2 pumps of caramel, then drive off with her best friend to spend the day paddleboarding and playing pickleball. Please welcome Alona Simbirski.
Darkness surrounds me. It takes my vision and traps it in a steel prison, forcing the remaining of my 4 senses to sharpen and stand on edge, while I feel as if I'm being suffocated by the fears that lurk in the shadows. Trees tower above me in every direction, and only the delicate starry glow lights the tips of those pines. My muscles tense, and with the growing silence, my heartbeat accelerates. Then, with one spark, every fear seems to fade as warmth flushes over my body. The bright colors light up my surroundings. The yellow and orange enchant my eyes as the siren call of the heat brings my hands closer to the flames. With that one spark, light was brought into the darkness, and warmth melted the fears away into oblivion. In Scripture, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me shall never walk in darkness, but have the light of life." Jesus is the fire in the midst of the darkness. He is a refuge. And in my life, he has always led me and filled me with love. Explaining his wonder with words is difficult, but as a writer, I have learned that sometimes, in order to paint a picture with words, you must take things with a creative grasp. So, let me share with you this poem that I wrote. I hope it helps you glance through the looking glass and see just how wonderful my spark within is. I have the spark that comes from the above. He is a gift so precious to love. Mighty in splendor, so pure, so bright, and from him comes a radiant light. Because of this spark, I am always full. I am full of joy and cheerfulness. In me there is no fearfulness. When waves of sadness try to wash over me, he sparks a flame and watches as the worries flee. Because of this spark, I'm never alone. A fire within me, a power well known. Around this flame, all evil is tame. No tears or grief can extinguish his name. Weakness and bitterness cannot shake the ordain. His love is unfailing through sorrow and pain. When winds try to put out my fire, it burns much stronger, brighter and higher. No ocean can quench this heavenly fire. Mighty in wrath, yet tender in grace, he lights the path for all to embrace. From above he descends, he should be our deepest desire, the greatest force to admire, the eternal fire. Living and breathing, the holy sacrifice, the only way for mankind to walk and arise. So, as I sat there in the darkness, with my arms stretched towards the flames, I thought about the spark that I have within me. As the ambers danced in the wind, creating a number more elegant than any world-renowned dancer could dream of, I thought about how alive my internal fire is, how lost I would be without it, how brightly it shines my path, and how badly I wish everyone had this spark inside them that ignites their forest of their darkest fears and struggles.
Our next candidate's favorite pizza is Hawaiian with extra pineapple, and her favorite midnight snack is milk and chips. She enjoys dancing, and when she is alone, enjoys building Legos. If she could live in any movie, she would choose Tinkerbell. Her perfect day would be to travel to a new town with friends and family and go on a bunch of mini adventures. The day would end with ice cream. Please welcome candidate Tessa Shaw.
A bubble. Pop. Something so simple when it is first formed, but over time it becomes more than just a fleeting moment. It becomes a memory. Not everyone may have a bubble wand to blow these bubbles with, but each of us hold within our hearts a collection of floating, colorful moments, experiences, and emotions that shape who we are. Each memory is its own little trinket, important item, or spark that makes you, you. A memory bubble that holds all the sparks within. Pop. It was a warm, sunny day. The grass was green, the wind had a cool breeze, and spring was in full swing. I remember bubbles whirled around me as my papa blew them in the front yard. At the old and wise age of 5, I asked lots of questions. One being, Papa, why don't bubbles pop immediately? And why do they pop randomly? He laughed, amazed by my curiosity. Well, I don't know, Tester, but we can go and find out. I spent all day on the computer learning about all the random things I had questions for. A simple bubble sparked my permanent curiosity and a thirst for learning. Pop. When I was in 5th grade, I had my very first major crush. He was super popular, and I thought he was so cool. And this wasn't just any crush. I had a crush on Jacob Black from Twilight. Yes, the werewolf. I remember telling my mom how I didn't like Edward and thought he was so weird. She had a conversation with me discussing how not everyone is the same. And despite people's differences, we love them all equally. I really sat on this throughout the entire movie. And that's when it came to me. That's why I love everyone in my life so much, because they're all uniquely themselves. I also realized that night that God not only made others, but myself, perfectly and wonderfully in his image. A silly celebrity crush sparked my love for people, their differences, and living as my true, authentic self. Pop. This shift of perspective led me to my freshman year in high school when I had my first taste of a leadership role. I worked on an executive board for Senate where we worked as a team and was given the opportunity to run for sophomore class president, AKA a solo role. Yeah, that was a big, automatic no from me. I went home rambling about this to my dad for 30 minutes, the poor guy, and he supported me. He said that I should do it either way, and I would do amazing either way. And he was right. I totally crushed it. That next year, I was a whole new person. I was talking in front of my whole school at assemblies, and I was creating fun events to connect with my peers. A what seemed terrifying election sparked my love for leadership and being an advocate for people. Pop. 3 girls hold a special place in my heart, my sisters. Emery, who is 2, who I call my little gremlin, is the biggest sweetheart you will ever meet. Tatum, who is 6, is my little adventurer and definitely gives me a run for my money and tag. Then finally, Chloe, who is 13, the sister that made me a big sister and pushes me every single day. These girls teach me something new all the time. Emery sparked my lovingness, Tatum sparked my fearlessness, and Chloe sparked my reason to keep growing. These girls taught me that leadership isn't a title. It comes from the heart and the responsibility we feel to create a better world for the next generation. These 3 girls sparked my love for community, connection, and making the world a better place for the next generation. Pop. I want little kids, like 5-year-old me, to get their spark from something as simple as bubbles. And I want every child, no matter who they are, to realize that they are perfect and they should embrace what makes them unique. I want adults to realize maybe it was that one class or friend that you had that made you so creative or open-minded. What will you do with your sparks that make you unique? What bubbles are floating around you? The ones floating around me are popping bubbles. Jacob Black from Twilight, a terrifying election, and 3 incredible girls. Whatever it may be, it won't look the same as the person next to you. Pop, pop, pop. My sparks will keep coming. Your sparks will keep growing, and our sparks will never stay the same. I will continue to let my sparks guide me, and I will continue to blow bubbles, because these are my sparks within.
Our next candidate's favorite midnight snack is bread and dill cougar gold cheese. And her favorite beverage is cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. She enjoys listening to true crime podcasts, and her go-to karaoke song is Me by Taylor Swift. If she could be friends with a fictional character, she would choose to be friends with Meg March from Little Women. Her perfect day begins with a breakfast of waffles and fruit before getting ready, and then going out to walk the path behind Pybus with her best friend before coming home and eating dinner with her family. Please welcome candidate Jenna Daly.
Every fire, every feeling, every moment starts with a spark, and people are no exception. I've always felt a call to serve, even when I was young. In elementary school, I helped a girl who, looking back, really did not care for me. Like any determined 6-year-old, I was convinced that if I helped her, she would want to be my friend. She needed help with homework, and I wanted to play with her outside. At the time, it seemed like a win-win. I was as determined as I was shy, and every time she told me she didn't want to play, I kept trying. I may have helped her, but after a while, I learned that I could not be her friend. So I let go, and not long after, I changed schools. From Lee Elementary to Cascade Elementary, I carried my tiny spark. Throughout my year at Cascade, I fought to understand more of what drove me to give. Kindness came easy to me, despite being shy. However, I struggled to make real friends. That is, until I began swimming. It was there I met some girls I came to love. One of those girls was having a hard time with her dive. I wanted her to know that I had been scared too, that we could work through this new challenge together and overcome it. After a few weeks of encouragement on all sides, she finally learned to dive. It felt nice to have been a part of something that had changed her for good. In my sophomore year, I was injured by that same sport that had once brought me so much confidence and revealed more of my spark. My best friend McKenna helped me in ways words can't even describe. That injury forced me to reconsider everything that I had worked so hard for. McKenna had dealt with something similar a few years prior and was the only one who really knew what I was going through. So, with all of her knowledge, she led me through the end of our season with a grace I had only ever heard about. She made me feel so loved and cared for. That spark of just a trace feeling from my childhood burst into a roaring flame. From then on, I vowed to face every day with these few questions in mind. How do I share this fire? How do I let the sparks reach someone new and serve the way that I had been served? What kind of impact do I want to make? In my junior year, I put all of those lessons together and I tested the waters. It was harder than anything I had ever done to walk into a dive practice for the very first time, having never done anything like it before. That injury from the previous season had left me with aches, pains, and a tingling numbness that crept up both of my arms. But my fire wasn't going to be put out by a little water, so I ignored my limits and I got back on the board. I walked into every practice striving to make it a better place, to share the fire within me and to spark something within the team. Whether I sparked simple joy, a desire for more, or a calling, it didn't matter. All that I wanted was to leave the team better than I had found it. Yes. I fought to be a light for them. I fought every day to lift them up when things went wrong at our bigger meets. I fought to make them smile when we failed our dives together. I fought every day to spark something in them, the same way that McKenna had sparked something within me not so long ago. Now, every time that I go out into this beautiful valley, I am reminded of what called me here today. McKenna once reminded me of what it feels like to serve. In becoming a team captain, I have better learned those lessons of giving and leadership. I fight for a brighter future every time that I put a smile on someone's face. I've defined my spark and cultivated it into the roaring fire you see today that can shape the future and call others to serve. Tonight, I ask that you find your spark, build your fire, and fight to use it to illuminate the world.
Our 8th candidate's favorite beverage is an iced matcha latte, and her favorite food is her mom's enchiladas. She enjoys playing the vihuela and watching Netflix. If she could be friends with a fictional character, she would choose to be friends with Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. Her perfect day would be a Saturday, having breakfast with her family, spending time with her cousins, and most importantly, not having to do any homework. Please welcome candidate Mia Tostado.
Someone once said, "We take for granted the very things that deserve our gratitude." Now I'm sure we can all think of things that we are grateful for, but do we ever take the time to consider the things we take for granted? At the age of 8, I had the privilege to visit Mexico, the country where my parents were born. At first, I saw this trip as a vacation, but soon I discovered it was a trip that would spark the motivation to pursue the opportunities that I was given. During my first few days in Mexico, I realized that there were a lot of kids out in the streets during the typical school hours. But they weren't playing. They were working. How could kids my age work? It was simple. They had no choice, and it was the only way for their families to be supported financially. These kids could not go to school and pursue an education like I could. As a child, I would see school as a chore, as something that I was forced to attend. But realizing that many kids didn't have that opportunity taught me that having an education was a privilege and not something that I should take for granted. This realization grew the gratitude that I owed to my parents. As a first-generation student, I am the first in my family to pursue a career in dental hygiene while still being in high school through the Running Start program. This was an opportunity that I decided to take because my parents have sacrificed so much to give me the opportunities that they were never given. Although I am grateful for such an opportunity, it has not been the easiest journey. I'm sure that any student can agree with me that assignments can be stressful, waking up early is definitely a struggle, and school can just be overwhelming. But every time that I struggle, I am reminded of the children who don't get to feel the struggle of school. Being the first in my family to have the privilege to have an education is what truly motivates me and keeps me going every day. As I continue to pursue a career in dental hygiene, I am not just doing this for myself, but for my parents who have gifted me the privilege to make a difference in people's lives. To me, having an education is not just about receiving a diploma, it's about the difference that I aspire to make out in the world and for those around me. I want to be someone who makes others feel accepted and heard regardless of their circumstances. As a dental hygienist, I want to make people feel like they have the most radiant smile when they walk out of the room, because we all deserve to smile without feeling embarrassed. Tonight, I would like for all of you to reflect on the opportunities that you have in your lives every day. Let's take the time to consider that many of these opportunities are privileges and make the most out of them.
Our next candidate's favorite treat is a confetti cake with rainbow chip frosting. And her favorite midnight snack is crackers and cheese. A career path she's interested in is becoming a profiler in the FBI. If she could live in any movie, she would choose Harry Potter. And her go-to karaoke song is Billionaire by Travie McCoy and Bruno Mars. Her perfect day would be waking up in Maui with the sun shining, the ocean waves crashing against the shore, and the smell of fresh roasted coffee in the air. She would enjoy watching the sunrise on the beach and then going surfing and shopping. Please welcome candidate Addie Sangster.
A million tiny diamonds scattered across the canvas of the night sky, each twinkling with a celestial light, their radiance painting the darkness with inspiration and hope. Stars seem so small and distant, yet they hold immense energy, light, and life. When we look up at the night sky, we see countless stars, tiny specks of light, each holding a fire powerful enough to illuminate galaxies. In many ways, we are like those stars, each carrying a spark within that has the potential to result in greatness. Every person in my life has been like a star in my personal universe, adding their unique light to my own and igniting a spark within me. My mom has never failed to pick me up when I was down, to ensure I'm becoming the best version of myself. She's never given up on me, my dreams, or my future, and she's encouraged me to never give up on myself. My dad appears to be the most nonchalant and serious businessman until we watch The Dog's Purpose, and he's crying 20 minutes in. He truly has such a huge heart, but is also one of the strongest people I know. He's ignited the spark of vulnerability and bravery within me. My mom has ignited the spark of compassion, perseverance, and unconditional love within me. And then there's my older sisters, my built-in best friends. Not only have they been amazing role models, but they've helped me discover who I am today. My older sister, Amanda, was my rock throughout my childhood. It's easy to say we've had our ups and downs, but what siblings haven't? I've never once doubted that she'll always be there for me. She's the most loyal person you will meet, but also the most stubborn. She's ignited the spark of self-love and confidence within me, as well as being my own advocate. My oldest sister, Anissa, is an orthodontist by day and fitness instructor by night. She's always managed to be so organized and put together, even with a million things on her plate. She's ignited the spark of motivation and drive within me, inspiring me to reach my goals and live to my fullest potential. She's also a big part of the reason I'm standing in front of you today and why I chose to do Apple Blossom in the first place. Watching her get to experience this amazing opportunity really sparked an interest to do it myself 10 years down the road. And this valley that we have the privilege of calling home has ignited the spark of community and giving back within me. Every friend, mentor, family member, coworker, and even many interactions I've had with people have ignited a spark within me. Even stars don't exist in isolation. They're a part of constellations, a vast cosmic dance of connection. In my life, many of you have been sparks, lighting up my path and shaping who I am today. And each spark ignited in me comes together to create a galaxy, a dazzling display of light and color of the person I am and who I plan to be. The spark within each of us has the power to light up someone else's world. So, let your light shine boldly, ignite sparks in others, and together, we can create a galaxy of brilliance. Even the tiniest spark can light up the infinite. So let us shine, let us ignite, and let us become the stars that illuminate the world.
Our final candidate's favorite treat is gummy worms, and her favorite midnight snack is white cheddar Cheez-Its. If she could live in any movie, she would choose White Chicks, and her go-to karaoke song is Baby by Justin Bieber. If she could be friends with a fictional character, she would choose to be friends with Aladdin. Her perfect day would be with her whole family, doing a fun activity like going to the zoo, aquarium, or an amusement park. Please welcome candidate Yasmin Perez.
It was the first day of kindergarten, and the thought of having to leave my mom for an entire day terrified my little heart. Even so, as the first week of school went by, I found myself coming out of my shell. And for the first time, I made one of my classmates smile. I still remember the feeling of happiness that overfilled my heart, knowing I could make people happy. Spreading happiness and making connections is an opportunity I wouldn't trade for the world. As I grew older, I found great interest in seeking opportunities to help others. One year, I volunteered at the Lighthouse Homeless Shelter, distributing food and clothing to families facing language barriers and in search of a better life. I came face to face with real-life struggles, challenges that thousands of individuals endure daily. Those simple 2-minute interactions taught me the value of compassion, communication, and building trust through small, meaningful actions. Growing up, I was surrounded by medical field workers, like my mom and my aunt. Helping others was always encouraged, and I wanted to be just like them. Their dedication through long hours of work and passion to help others is what I strive for. I too want to put in the hours of dedication to help others see the light at the end of the tunnel. At a point in my life, my family and I learned my grandfather was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a challenge none of us were prepared for. The following years were very emotional and consisted of daily doctor visits. My family and I, with my grandparents living in California, we couldn't always be there to support them as much as we wanted, and language barriers often kept them from communicating their concerns. Watching my mom fight for her father's care shattered my heart, and I promised myself I was going to change this for individuals like my grandfather. Each and every one of these experiences have helped me connect with my true passion, my inner spark. Today, I strive to grow as a leader who empowers others through care and connection. My goal in the medical field is to be someone who empowers others and gives them strength, a hand they can rely on. I aim to bring light into others' lives and create a continuous ripple effect of hope and compassion.
Let's hear one more time for all of our candidates. Costume change. Our candidates are seniors in high school preparing to take on their next adventure. As parents, there are moments when we wish they could stay young a little longer, when you'd offer them all the warmth and love in the world to keep them close. Let's take a look at our candidates over the years and reflect on how far they've come.
Hold on, thought I could make it better. You pulled Tell me the band's played out. Take all the love I found. It's all for nothing now. But I won't keep losing you. I know that there's more we could do. Tried to hold on, think we could make it better. Together we'll get through the stormy weather. But I won't keep losing you. But I won't keep losing you. I know that there's more we could do. Tried to hold on, think we could make it better. Together we'll get through the stormy weather. But I won't keep losing
Okay, be honest. Raise your hand if you cried. Yeah. As you can see, our 10 candidates are an amazing group of young women. They have been a pleasure to work with over the past month. To the parents of our candidates, we are grateful for your encouragement and for the love of your daughters. You've done a wonderful job raising bright, compassionate young ladies. We can't thank you enough for sharing them with us. Could we please have the parents of our top 10 stand to be recognized? Next, our candidates will answer their impromptu questions. These questions require an unrehearsed response, showing each candidate's ability to think on her feet, another aspect of the judging process. During this part of the program, the candidates will be wearing formal gowns they personally selected. We'll be asking each of the candidates the same questions. 2 of these questions have been chosen by our 5 judges. The remaining candidates will be kept in a soundproof room waiting for their turn. Now, let's hear about our first candidate.
Please welcome our first candidate, Ella Johnson. Ella is the daughter of Kyle and Andy Johnson and has 1 sister and 1 brother. In her spare time, Ella loves painting, reading, playing pickleball, swimming, baking, and spending time outside. After graduation, Ella plans to attend Point Loma Nazarene University to double major in history and economics in preparation for law school. Candidate, Ella Johnson.
Hi, Ella.
Hi, Alex.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I would think action-packed adventure. I think we learn most in the adventure, which is, I'd say I define adventure as danger plus purpose. And I think that's just a ton of fun. You learn a lot from that, but a cozy night in never hurts too.
What is one of your funniest habits?
I mean, I like to think I do a lot of funny things, but maybe that's just me thinking I'm funny. I think I talked about it in my special talent. On bus rides home from sports, I will get an entire rotisserie chicken, and I think that and eat it by myself. So.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I would love to have like an email back and forth conversation with Candace Owens. I think I could ask her some really great questions, get some really great perspective, and just see what she has to say. Of all celebrities, I think, or celebrity-ish people, I think she'd be really interesting to talk to.
Thank you, Ella. Miss Ella Johnson.
Let's welcome our next candidate, Ava Smeller. Ava is the daughter of Matt and Sarah Smeller and has one sister. In her spare time, Ava enjoys coffee dates with her friends, working out, singing, watching classic Disney movies with her sister, and spending time with her friends, family, and multiple furry critters. After graduation, Ava plans to attend Boise State University Honors College to major in nursing with the ultimate goal of becoming a labor and delivery nurse. Candidate Ava Smeller.
Hi, Ava.
Hi, Alex.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I definitely prefer a cozy night in. I'm somebody that really enjoys being warm and cozy. I'm a very cold person, so action-filled nights don't really work out for me because I'm always really chilly. So I would definitely like to cuddle in with a nice movie and spend time with family.
What is one of your funniest habits?
One of my funniest habits is that when I laugh, I cannot stop laughing. It is actually very unfortunate for me because sometimes it happens at the most inconvenient times. But I definitely have a lot of fun laughing. It's one of my favorite things to do.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I would definitely DM Bethany Hamilton, who is a pro surfer. She lives in Hawaii, and she is famous for losing her arm in a shark attack and continuing to surf and pursue a dream that she thought that could totally be lost. And I really admire her, and I would email her because no matter the challenges she faced, she kept her relationship with Christ, and she never used her injury as an excuse, and she pursued surfing for the rest of her life. And she also gave all of her glory to God.
Thank you, Ava. Miss Ava Smeller.
Please welcome candidate Sierra Rodriguez. Sierra is the daughter of Tony and Susie Rodriguez and has one sister and one brother. In her spare time, Sierra loves to bake, listen to music, and drive around with her friends. After graduation, Sierra plans on majoring in elementary education and would like to become a first-grade teacher. Candidate Sierra Rodriguez.
Hi, Sierra.
Hello.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I would probably say a cozy night in. I'm a big fan of sitting on the couch with a warm cup of hot chocolate and my dog and just watching a movie, probably with my mom.
What is one of your funniest habits?
Probably the fact, I don't know if it's really funny, but I twirl my hair sometimes. If I'm thinking, I'll sit there and I go, And I kind of feel like a dumb blonde a little bit, but it kind of works.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I would probably DM Tom Holland. I've had an obsession with Spider-Man for like my entire life. And when I was a kid in middle school, I looked up to him so much because he had dyslexia, kind of like I have, and he was bullied in school, and he just overcame that, and he did what he loved to do, and he went out and became a famous actor. So I think it's really cool that he overcame everything he was struggling with and got to where he is now.
Thank you, Sierra. Miss Sierra Rodriguez.
Let's welcome our next candidate, Deja Carlson. Deja is the daughter of Janelle Carlson and has one brother. In her spare time, Deja enjoys traveling, discovering new music, writing short stories and poetry, working out, and spending quality time with family and friends. After graduation, Deja plans to attend San Diego State University to get her doctoral degree in neuroscience, hoping to become a sports neuropsychologist. Candidate Deja Carlson.
Hi, Deja.
Good evening.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I like an action-packed adventure. I'm very spontaneous. I think that's what my friends would describe me as. So I love going out and doing spontaneous things. Like one of my favorite things is to jump in the river. Love to polar plunge. So I definitely action-packed adventure.
What is one of your funniest habits?
Ooh. When I sleep, I've always grinded my teeth. I don't know if that's very funny, but it's more maybe a problem. But yeah. But yeah, I would say that's probably a bad habit of mine.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I'm a big fan of Full House, so I'd have to say John Stamos. I definitely DM him and just ask him what the experience was like filming the show, because I've probably seen it 20 times, the entire thing. Can't fall asleep without it. So he's my favorite character, so I'd love to talk to him about the experience.
Thank you, Deja. Miss Deja Carlson.
Please welcome candidate Alona Simbirski. Alona is the daughter of Boris and Vera Simbirski and has 3 sisters. In her spare time, Alona loves scrapbooking, painting or drawing outside, taking adventures with her friends, watching movies with her sisters, and shopping with her mom. After graduation, Alona plans to go to college for interior design and a business major. Candidate Alona Simbirski.
Hi, Alona.
Hello.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
Definitely a cozy night in. I love action, but maybe not packed to the brim with action. I love a good nap and a good movie.
What is one of your funniest habits?
Ooh. That's a really good question. I would have to say one of my funniest habits is probably dancing. I literally dance anywhere. We'll be in the store and like music comes on and I start dancing. My family's like, stop it, you're embarrassing me. Sorry. Thank you.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
Well, my favorite celebrity is Josiah Queen. He is a Christian pop artist, and I would ask him if I could be in one of his songs because I adore singing. I love singing at church, so I think it would be so fun to write a song with a celebrity. Like, come on, that'd be so cool.
Thank you, Alona. Miss Ilona Simbirski.
Let's welcome our next candidate, Tessa Shaw. Tessa is the daughter of Ryan and Danielle Shaw and has 3 sisters. In her spare time, Tessa enjoys dancing, going on study dates at Starbucks with friends, and writing poetry. After graduation, Tessa plans on majoring in sonography at WVC to become an ultrasound tech. Candidate Tessa Shaw.
Hi, Tessa.
Hi.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I prefer an action-packed adventure because there's always something new that you'll find out about yourself, someone else, or something new about the world, honestly. It's really incredible all the new things that you can figure out from something as simple as a quick little adventure.
What is one of your funniest habits?
I like to poke my sisters a lot. I just like to bother them, and they may not think it's funny, but all my friends think it's funny. My parents definitely don't think it's funny either. I can see them looking at me right now, but I think it's pretty funny, so.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I would have to say it would be Billie Eilish. She is just such an incredible singer, and I would tell her that even though she probably already knows. She is so funny as a person, but also makes these emotional and heartfelt songs that a lot of people can connect with, including myself.
Thank you, Tessa. Miss Tessa Shaw.
Please welcome candidate Jenna Daly. Jenna is the daughter of Craig and Tricia Field and has 1 brother. In her spare time, Jenna enjoys reading classic literature, exploring different art forms, learning about true crime, and exploring the community. After graduation, Jenna plans to attend Washington State University and obtain a degree in business to become an attorney in the future. Candidate Jenna Daly.
Hi, Jenna.
Hello.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
Oh, a cozy night in for sure. I am a in bed by 9 p.m. kind of girl.
What is one of your funniest habits?
Ooh, I will not let anybody be on my bed if they have their outside clothes on still. The only exception to that rule is my best friend McKenna for whatever reason.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I would DM Taylor Swift. She's one of my biggest inspirations. She is one of the most successful women of our time. I would love to ask her what she does to set herself up for all of the successful things that she's done, both in acting and writing her own songs and getting her master's back.
Thank you, Jenna. Miss Jenna Daly.
Let's welcome our next candidate, Mia Tostado. Mia is the daughter of Jose and Luz Tostado. She has 1 brother. In her spare time, Mia enjoys volunteering for the Brave Warrior Project, spending time with family and friends, cooking, singing, and playing her guitar and vihuela. After graduation, Mia plans to attend Eastern Washington University to pursue a bachelor's degree in dental hygiene. candidate Mia Tostado.
Hi, Mia.
Hi.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
Cozy night day for sure. I can just think of not having to worry about anything, no homework, no stress. You just get to relax.
What is one of your funniest habits?
One of my funniest habits would have to be I can make an inside joke about anything. I really like making inside jokes because it makes me build a stronger connection with those who I'm laughing around.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
It would have to be Adam Sandler. He is the funniest person ever. He is such an extrovert. What would I say to him? I would ask him if I could just trade places with him. I want to know what it's like to be in Adam Sandler's shoes, go to the Grammys, go to a big event, and just go in sweats and a hoodie and have a good time.
Thank you, Mia. Miss Mia Tostado.
Please welcome candidate Addie Sangster. Addie is the daughter of Cindy Sangster and Corey and Cheryl Sangster, and she has two sisters. In her spare time, Addie enjoys going to the gym, spending quality time with family and friends, and enjoys snowboarding in the winter. After graduation, Addie plans to attend San Diego State University, hoping to earn a degree in public health. Candidate Addie Sangster.
Hi, Addie.
Hi.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
I would definitely say it depends on my mood, but recently I've definitely been liking going out, being a part of this experience, but previous, I'm definitely a homebody sometimes.
What is one of your funniest habits?
Ooh, funniest habits. Whenever I get something exciting to eat, I like to dance. That is my exciting habit.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I think my favorite celebrity is a fitness instructor, actually, because she's very real. Her name's Sarah's Day, that's her Instagram. I would DM her and say, how is life in Australia? That's what I would say.
Okay. Thank you, Addie.
Thank you.
Miss Addie Sangster.
Let's welcome our final candidate, Yasmin Perez. Yasmin is the daughter of Santiago Perez and Isabet Torres and has two sisters and two brothers. In her spare time, Yasmin enjoys playing soccer or any sport with her siblings, playing the guitar, and outdoor activities like hiking. After graduation, Yasmin plans to pursue a career in the medical field. Candidate Yasmin Perez.
Hi, Yasmin.
Hello.
Do you prefer an action-packed adventure or cozy night in?
That's a great question. I feel both are so much fun. I would have to say an action-packed adventure just because you don't know what's going to happen. The excitement I feel of just knowing what not to expect and just going for the journey with looking forward to it, I feel would be very exciting, and just looking into it with a bright smile, happy mind, open mind would be great.
What is one of your funniest habits?
One of my funniest habits would have to be when I'm nervous. Sometimes I tend to laugh a lot, and I've been working on it just so I'm not laughing on stage. I'm laughing again, I'm not surprised. But I've been working on it with all of our interviews, our TV interviews, and just getting to meet more people. You definitely get nervous. So I've worked on it, and I feel like I've gotten better at it.
If you could email or DM your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would you say?
I had to think about that one. Maybe I would have to go back to little Yasmin when she had a crush on Justin Bieber. I know. I feel like a lot of girls did, and maybe I would tell him that back then. I personally liked his music a lot more back then because as a little girl, I thought he was cute, his music was fun. So I would probably tell him that maybe he should change back to his old haircut, just for fun.
Thank you, Yasmin. Miss Yasmin Perez. Let's hear it one more time for all of our candidates. Wasn't that great? Wow. All right. People come into our lives for a reason, to care for us, to teach us, and to support us. We are honored tonight to have our very own Elphabas and Galindas to sing us a song about the power of friendship.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say that I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Let's give a big, fabulous welcome back
Well,
to
maybe
our 2025
that
top 10
we
candidates.
will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore.
Okay, judges, we want to thank you once again for being here and supporting our royalty program. Now, along with the principals from the high schools and accountant Steve Neer, you may now exit. Before we depart for intermission, we have one more thing. Annually, the Apple Blossom Festival Board of Directors presents an award in memory of Mr. Lyman Johnson to honor his exceptional volunteerism. This award was created in 1983 and celebrates the true volunteer spirit. Let's hear from our 2025 recipient.
Good evening. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. As you probably know, this honor is a surprise, and when I was nominated, they didn't know that I wouldn't be here in Wenatchee on this evening. A little bit about me. I was Darcy back in the early 80s. Darcy was one of my queens. I was the administrator for the 1982 through 86 festival. Back then, it's kind of ironic that the Lyman Johnson Award was actually invented in my office. Lyman Johnson was the epitome of the volunteer. He sent this check every year and never asked for anything. So we decided to allocate the check to the ice cream of the youth parade. He kind of became our first event sponsor, but he never asked for any recognition, never asked for his name to be honored, anything. So in, I think it was 1983, Jim Telford was the Director General, and along with Bob Zimbardo and myself, we were talking about Mr. Lyman Johnson and decided that we should honor him whether he wanted it or not with this award. And I am so honored that I have been chosen to honor this man and this ultimate volunteerism. People often ask me, what is it about Apple Blossom? It's just such a special thing. It amazes me that a town this size, a valley this size, can put on such a ginormous festival. If you think about the area, the Spokane Lilac Festival, the Capitol Lake Fair and Olympia, those are festivals that are similar in size, but they're put on by such a much broader population base. So there is some magic here, and I think it begins with the youth parade. The youth parade is the first opportunity the youth of our valley are introduced to the sense of civic pride and participation. Think about how cool it was when you were a kid and you walked down the parade route representing your school or your interest. You were honored with an ice cream bar at the end, and people applauded for you. I think it really makes a difference. People may think I'm silly to think that, but I believe the youth parade is where the magic started so many years ago. Follow that by the royalty program. These young women in high school, many of which probably were in the youth parade, decide to put their self out on the line and run for the Apple Blossom royalty position. They learn so much about the community, whether or not they end up in the royal court, doesn't matter. They learn so much from the Rocky Reach Dam to the PUD and all the things, the Apple business, all the things they learn about this valley. I'm approached by so many past members of royalty that come up to me that have moved back to the valley, and they're now volunteers. And they tell me continually what a difference participating in the Apple Blossom Festival made for their lives. So I think that the magic starts with the youth in our valley, and what a great place to start. I thank all the other volunteers and for over the years that have put on the festival and continue to do so. So thank you, Wenatchee, thank you, East Wenatchee, thank you to the Valley, and thank you to the festival for this honor.
During Karen's tenure as administrator of the festival, she created lasting events including the Classy Chassis Parade, the food fair, bringing in the famous funnel cakes, Youth Day, and our jewelry program. Thank you, Karen, for 40 years of unwavering support and being a legacy of the Apple Blossom Festival. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, intermission. Get ready to turn on your phones and vote for the most original speech. After intermission, we'll see a sneak peek from Music Theater of Wenatchee, a royal farewell, and the real moment you've been waiting for, the crowning of the 2025 Apple Blossom Festival royalty. See you soon.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Eric, we're on the air. We're on the air.
Julie, I'm voting.
What?
Hold on. Okay. There. Got it. Okay. That's what you need to do right now, as a matter of fact, as we are backstage for the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. And now is the time. You'll see the QR code and go to that site and vote for your most original speech.
Yes.
I don't know how you pick a favorite.
I don't know. They were awesome.
I was trying to vote for all 10, but it didn't let me.
And please don't wait, because you really only have about 10 minutes to do that, and because the judges need to tabulate your responses.
Yeah, so right now the judges are back in their secluded room. They are tabulating all of their scores from tonight during the pageant, and then they're going to add in the most original speech, and then we will find out about all of that coming up here after the intermission. So now, the girls backstage, what's happening right now?
You know what? I heard them earlier as they were finishing their impromptu. They were screaming and yelling and letting off some steam and they're like, we're done, we did it. Yeah. Because the hard part's over now. They just relax and wait. And, I think they all know whatever happens, and it's okay. And they can all be so proud that they did such a lovely job.
Absolutely. Julie and I were here for the dress rehearsal on Thursday night. And there was more nerves, I think, that night than tonight for the ladies.
Which is why we have rehearsal, because you have to get those nerves out and that muscle memory kicks in. And so the girls know they've done this before, they can do it, and it makes a big difference.
And, talking with the girls when we did the interviews here on the NCWLIFE channel, I asked them, okay, so what part of this process do you fear the most? And just about every single one said the speech and forgetting what I'm supposed to say, and they all knocked it out of the park tonight.
They did. It was wonderful.
We have some guests that will join us here on our intermission report here on, I want to say halftime, but I won't say halftime.
You can say
I just said
halftime.
didn't I? Okay, so we have some guests to join us, including the director of this pageant from the Wenatchee Central Lions Club. What did I hear? Over 50 years? They've
56.
Been 56
I counted
years?
today, yes,
Wow.
56.
You sat and did the math, Julie?
Well,
You're retired now, aren't you?
I looked at
Is
my
that
notes
it?
from last year, and I just edited. I just had to add a number. So.
Oh, yeah, that makes it kind
Made
of
it easy.
We're also going to talk to some choreographers.
Yes,
here
from
during the
Catch Me If
intermission.
You Can, from Music Theater of Wenatchee, and they've put in a lot of hard work. So
they'll give us a little sneak preview of what we'll see after the intermission, maybe.
Well, they might dance if you ask them, but they'll give you some information.
Well, we got a song in our pregame show.
Yes,
now,
yes.
Dance it.
You never know.
That
we're
tomorrow?
backstage. You never know what may happen.
Who else do we have? Oh, we have the Director General for the Apple Blossom Festival this year, and I want to find out how you become Director General. Were you a DG?
I was a DG in 2006. So you
okay.
it's a 3-year process. First of all, you need to be on the board for several years, and then you become Program Director, then Assistant Director General, and then Director General.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't
It's
need to
pretty
ask
fun.
Kurt about that then now.
Well, you can if you want to, Eric.
We will take a break and come back and get you more during our intermission as the ladies are taking a big, deep breath and exhaling and going, okay, the hard part is now
over,
done.
yeah.
Now it's up to the judges. We'll come back with more. Don't forget to get on that QR code and vote for the original speech. You've got about 5 minutes left to be able to vote for that right now as we are highly anticipating the rest and the announcements here at the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant. We'll come back with more right after this.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back once again during intermission during our broadcast of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. We're backstage. It's kind of a fun place to be because we've never done this before. And we are backstage with Christine. I want to get that right.
Christine,
okay. Yeah, it said Christy in the script here. I don't know why.
That happened.
Christine Reed is the director of this pageant.
Yeah.
Now, Julia was just talking about to be a director general, you have to be involved for a few years.
Yes.
Same deal for being the director of the pageant, right?
Yes, so I was MC for 2 years, and then I was assistant to the director, and then I became director this year.
So then, are you out then next year, or what happens after this year?
Oh, once you're in, you're in.
You're in. She'll cycle back through,
You
right?
drink the Kool-Aid. So we are in.
We were talking about how long the Lions Club has been involved with this program.
Yes.
So you're a member of Lions Club too?
Yes.
Okay.
And you said Lions Club was around for 50 years. I was not around for 50 years. I've been around for the last 5. But yeah, we've put on the pageant, and it's so exciting.
It is exciting.
And Julie is just like
She's been around forever, and it's not like that. Not like that.
I have, Christine. Honestly, I have.
She was when I went through top 10. She was our
royalty advisor at Eastmont. Yes.
And it's just when you go through this, you want to be back.
So that's rather unique, isn't it? I don't know about whoever has directed this pageant in the past, but to have that background for you of being through this and through this night, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's great. I have a lot of advice to give the girls. Relax, enjoy it, just
Smile.
be yourself, smile, and it's just, we just love it.
Yes.
Right?
Or you wouldn't do it.
We
Yeah, we
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
do it
here
if we didn't love it. So,
and
yes.
it's so amazing, and this is my favorite time of the year.
Talk about, I mean, I know it's got to be herding cats a little bit to have the 10 contestants and all of that. But then you also have, oh, by the way, we're going to throw Fabulous Feet in there. We're going to put Music Theater Wenatchee in there. We're going to put the musical in. I mean, everything involved to make this a real show.
Yeah, we decided to add the serenade in there with the Elphabas and the Glendas singing, and that was so fun. And Music Theater of Wenatchee, we love having them involved, and Fabulous Feet, we also love having them involved, and it's just it just works. Every year, somehow, Tuesday we're stressed, and Thursday, our dress rehearsal, it goes good, and then today, it works.
It's theater magic.
Yeah.
It's what we call theater magic. Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing you're going to do when this is all done tonight?
Can I say that on air?
Yeah.
It is a family show. I don't know where you're going.
I'm going to have a cheeseburger.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, it's funny. My wife, who's behind the camera right now, said, hey, we're going to go get a burger after this, right? And I went, yeah, sure, whatever.
Because you
want.
haven't eaten. I mean, you've been here for quite a while. I mean, this makes a long day.
Yeah, a burger and
a beverage.
An adult beverage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. So talk about, I mean, you got to be real prideful for what the ladies were able to do tonight.
Yeah. They're like the coolest group of girls. We always have the coolest group of girls. Like, they are ready. I think the best thing is seeing them blossom from when they get in until now. And that's why I do this, is so I can see them blossom, and they're just, every year, I'm just impressed by everyone.
And I tell the ladies when they go through my media training, and I say, okay, number one, your family's gonna grow exponentially because you're gonna have surrogate moms and dads and uncles and grandpas and grandmas, and you feel like you're part of their family.
Darcy Christofferson, my husband said earlier, she is my second mother-in-law. And these girls, I'm like, text me if you need anything. Like, these are my little babies for however many weeks that we start, and they're just the best. And I grow such a good relationship with all of them that I can't even. It's so sad. Like, I love every part of it.
Oh, here we go, the tears.
Yeah, the tears. I've already cried backstage, but the tears for everyone. They all did so good tonight.
They did. They really did.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And I was asking Christine the other day, I said, okay, which is more stressful, being in front of the curtain, behind the podium, or being back here backstage?
I said being backstage, being in front, like MC. You have your script, you read it, you're off stage. I'm in charge of everything. So
you give all the cues.
I give all the cues. It's so fun, though. I love it. I love it.
Well, thanks for taking the headset off for a minute and for joining us here backstage.
We love you guys. Thank you.
You bet. Christine Reed joining us here. We'll take a break and come back. We've got a DG standing by. We have dancers standing by, so we'll do that coming up here as we're waiting for the big announcement and we're waiting for the judges to return their results. It's right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee help. Merry Maids cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Merry Maids, let us help.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com. Welcome once again to our coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Right now, we are backstage. It's intermission. The judges are tabulating their results. They're getting some help from Cordell Nair and
Yes,
company
we have an
helping them
accountant
out.
back.
Yeah, accountant counting the numbers. Right now, a guy who's probably, I don't know, are you stressing a little bit, Kurt? Kurt Ulrich is our Director General for this year for the pageant.
Well, not stressed. I got the easy job. I just have to sit here and wave at people and smile. So it's right up my alley.
There we go. Hey, how does a person become Director General? Now, Julie kind of told us a little bit about that. What was the path for you?
Path for me, just volunteering. I started out several years ago with the apple pie eating contest, and then led to being on the board, and then got involved with the parade, and then executive committee, and then the board again. And so just kind of years of just getting deeper and deeper involved. So.
Okay. Yeah, I always kind of blurred that, and I'm sure there's probably other folks out there that blur those lines. Do you have to be an Appalarian, or how? I guess not, right?
No, really. You just kind of show up and have an interest in volunteering, and then sooner or later, Darcy says, "Hey, are you interested?"
I would say Darcy plugs you in.
Yeah, Darcy plugs you in, and you do what Darcy says.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You just go.
Yes,
Darcy. Yes, Darcy.
Yes.
So for you, what does this festival? Not just tonight, but what does this festival mean to you?
Well, if you look at the mission statement of the festival, it's all about community and family and tradition, and really that's what it is for me too. And like this year's theme, the best time ever, kind of came out of, well, I started thinking about family and the times we've had together, as part of the festival, and that's how that came out. So I don't know, I guess it's really just about community and getting together and enjoying each other. So.
And it doesn't end for you tonight, does it? I mean, it's going to be a busy schedule for you and your wife.
Yeah, we're going to be busy till probably September when they hand it off. Yeah. So it's going to be fun though. It's a lot of work, time commitment, but it's totally worth it.
And I think that it should not go without mentioning that we got a lot of people that have moved to this valley that have no clue what apple blossom is, and maybe this is their first chance to see a little sense and a little taste of it. So if somebody is looking and watching this and going, you know what, this sounds like a cool event, I want to volunteer, I want to be part of that, how do they do it?
You just simply go to the festival office or call. And if you want to be involved, Darcy will plug you in. There's no problem with that. But you really, there's hundreds of volunteers that work throughout the year putting on the festival, everything from the parades to the food fair and all that kind of stuff. So anything you want to do, we can find a place for you, that's for sure.
Did you have a question, Julie?
No, I just want to say congratulations and have fun and enjoy all of the out-of-town festivals. It's lovely being Director General. Well, I shouldn't say lovely. It was lovely for me. It's fun. It's very fun.
Because I learned by watching her. She was an awesome Director General, and all the ones that have preceded her and come after her.
Well, Darcy really helps take care of you, so that makes a difference.
A lot of good people to follow.
So being then after this year and being a past DG, then you hang up your hat and that's it? You don't volunteer anymore?
Oh no.
Sorry.
No, even if
I stepped on your line.
Even if I was inclined to do so, Darcy would not let me do that. No, I enjoy it way too much. It's been a lot of fun for me and my wife Cindy and our entire family, really. Yeah. So it's kind of become part of what you do.
It is.
They tell you that in the beginning, and it's hard to understand until you get involved that it's just becomes part of your life.
Yes.
And for you, this is a special connection for this group of 10 ladies that have gone through so much over the past month and will be crowned tonight. But I mean, all 10 you've going to have that special connection for the rest of your life, really.
Yeah, and in this group, I mean, every group is impressive. This valley puts out a ton of outstanding young ladies every year. But this 10, I'm like, can we just order 9 more crowns and just call it good?
I know.
Because they're all that good. And
They
so
are.
it really is going to be hard to watch all of them, some of them go.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are a great group of young ladies, and I'm looking forward to working with them the next few months.
Well, we'll see you out there handing some flowers and handing the mic. And, of course, we'll see you during festival.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Kurt Ulrich joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll take a break and come back right after this.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Once again, filling, they dim the lights, showing that it's 5 minutes till, less than that now. So the judges have made their decisions.
They know. The judges know. We don't know, but we're close to finding out.
We are close to
We're
finding
very
out. We're
close,
going to get a little taste of the musical for Apple Blossom coming up after the break. And then, of course, the announcement of our royal coronation for 2025, the 106th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Hey, quick apologies to our guests that we hope to have, Allison Cooper and Katie Perez, choreographers that I think they're probably breathing a sigh of relief.
I think they are, but yeah, they're doing the choreography for Catch Me If You Can, which we're going to see a snippet of here in just a few minutes.
All right, that's coming up. And the next time we will join you here backstage, we'll have a royal court joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured with the Harvest Valley Pest Control, they're using kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Merry Maids. Leaving your house cleaning chores to the caring team members at Merry Maids of Wenatchee is the easy way to have a completely clean home just the way you want it. For a free in-home estimate, call today, 509-293-4243. Together for Youth. They'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for help. Attention cabin crew, this is your captain speaking. We have received reports of a young man by the name of Frank Abagnale Jr. impersonating a pilot on board. Please be advised. Passengers, we have now reached our cruising altitude, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the jet set.
in Brooklyn with a frown upon my face. Just left Wisconsin where there's cheese enough to start this rat race. But thanks to the brothers' ride, we don't know where we'll sleep tonight. Yeah, I'm a bird in the skies, and tomorrow when I rise, I'll wake up in Paris with a new love in my heart. Or maybe Germany with that brand new pet I met in Stuttgart. Sky's the limit, it's time to play. I'll put down roots some other day. No need to be a lonely Joe. The jet set is the only way to go. Would you like new music and history? Each and every day, who's the same old music and history? Make a new friend and fly away and wake up in Texas where they treat their women right. And then try Hollywood where the stars get lit out in broad daylight. Any city near or far feels twice as good as where you are. When you're sick of the status quo, the jet set is the only way to go.
Would you like a sleigh ride, a hay ride then? You don't just stay home, but if you want jet set, then get set. Leave behind Kansas, there's no place like Rome.
Wake up in Rio, have your coffee in Brazil.
When real life gets you down,
Take a far-out one-way trip to Splitsville.
Swedish, Greek, or Japanese.
A stewardess is trained to please.
So if
You've got what it takes below. The flight is bird like humans know. 'Cause the jet set's just a holiday, and the jet set goes up and away so far.
Right down to Italy, for La Bella Femina. Jump in a fountain for a big dose of La Dolce Vita. If your tastes run more risque,
And we know a joint in Old Bombay, so hang on tight, let's loop-de-loop. It's time to fly this chicken coop, so pack up your suitcase, check your worries at the gate. Come on and play, boy, cruise the world to find your perfect playmate.
things look better from up, so buckle up. Next stop is love.
From Timbuktu to Tokyo, from Mozambique to Mexico, and the jet set is the only way to go.
Presented by Music Theater of Wenatchee and the Numerica Performing Arts Center, the 2025 Apple Blossom musical Catch Me If You Can takes flight on May 1st. Members, get your pre-boarding passes starting February 10th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Apple Blossom Festival Administrator Darcy Christofferson.
Hello, everyone. So this kind of happened. This kind of happened on Tuesday night. I may have fallen off the stage. So I did fracture my foot. So you'll be seeing me with this cute little scooter that was donated by Terry Ogle, who is an Appalarian. And he gave me my scooter that I'll be using for the next 6 weeks. So I'm just happy to be here. Yes. So I would like to do a big, huge shout out once again to the Wenatchee Central Lions Club. Like we said earlier, they've been doing this for over 60 years. But the past week, they've been absolutely amazing for me. When I say over and over again that this festival is truly ran by volunteers more than staff, so true. This week was all about the amazing volunteers that put this on. So a big thank you to the backstage crew for all your support, not only for our 10 girls, but for me, because we needed it. So thanks, guys. Today was an amazing day. These 10 girls did an outstanding job. The judges are so impressed with all 10 of them. They said it multiple times. Wow, wow, wow. So no matter what the outcome is, these girls are going to do amazing things. Parents, thank you so much. Your daughters are incredible. And a big shout out to the 2024 parents. I'm just getting ready to introduce the video of our 2024 royalty, but thank you to the parents who took the girls to every single out-of-town festival. We gained 2 new Appalarians, 2 new Appalarian couples. So they're on board to support for this year's girls. So a big thank you to the parents. So let's watch our video of our 2024 royalty.
1 year ago, we were crowned as the 2024 royalty. We had the most amazing year, filled with laughs, tears, and everything in between. We want to say thank you to this incredible community for your love, support, and the joy you bring to Apple Blossom. This festival wouldn't be the same without you all.
Darcy Christofferson has put 30 years of her life into this festival. She works countless hours to make sure every single detail is perfect. Darcy gave us so much advice this year, and I know all 3 of us girls will carry with us forever. Erin is another reason why this festival stays afloat. She works passionately with Darcy to make sure the festival season and all of the activities in between work seamlessly. These 2 women inspire us to have determination, creativity, and kindness every day, and we feel honored to have worked with them this year.
Today we get the chance to talk about someone who has been nothing short of royalty to us, our amazing chaperone Cece. She didn't just keep us on track, she was our protector, our sounding board, and the person who always knew when we needed a little extra support. She always saw the bigger picture. She never let us settle for just getting by. She pushed us to see how much stronger, braver, and more capable we were than we ever realized. So, Cece, thank you for being the unsung hero of our year.
We would like to say thank you to our incredible chaperone, Jan Crawlard. Jan brought so much joy and kindness to our Apple Blossom experience. Her support never wavered. She was always a positive influence at every event. Our favorite thing about Jan was no matter where we were, Jan always saw someone she knew. Jan, thank you for making this experience so incredible. We will never forget our time with you.
To the other half of Jan and Cece, Greg and Dave, thank you for sharing your amazing wives with us. We couldn't have been luckier that you were their plus ones throughout this adventure.
This year, we had the privilege of having the most amazing Appalarian Chancellor. Marianne was so welcoming and kind as we transitioned into these roles. She showed up to every single event with a smile and protected us at all of the out-of-town parades, making sure we were included and always having fun. Her husband Nacho and girls Analia and Bella were always helping us and making us laugh. One of our favorite things about Marianne is how much she taught us about the traditions of the Apple Blossom Festival and all of the other festivals we attended. Thank you, Marianne, for everything you did for us this year. We could not have done it without you.
Thank you to all the Appalarians. Thank you for being there at every parade and making sure we got to judging on time. These special volunteers got us water and Pepsi whenever we were thirsty, took pictures of us eating cheeseburgers, and danced their hearts out next to us at every single parade.
To Craig Fields, thank you for everything you do for Apple Blossom. Your hard work behind the scenes makes this festival so special for all of us. Your dedication and support means so much, and we're grateful for everything you do to make this festival a success.
This year, we had the privilege of crowning the new junior royalty and spending time with them. Princess Mackenzie, Princess Ella, and Queen Ruby were so excited for this opportunity and showed their community their elegance, kindness, and light that they bring into every room. The senior royalty can't wait to see what these amazing young women do, and we will never forget our time and memories with them this year.
Thank you to the 2024 Top 10, Danya, Sam, Laurel, Ava, Esty, Betsy, and Caitlin, for being with us on this journey and supporting us.
To our families, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything.
We are so grateful for the times you got us everywhere on time, or let's be honest, just about on time. And we're there to fix every wardrobe malfunction. If you know, you know. You made sure we stayed on top of our royal duties and had fun along the way. You were our support and Starburst addiction enthusiasts. We couldn't have done it without you. We're lucky to have had you by our side through it all.
This year we were welcomed with open arms. Countless businesses and organizations gave us their time, energy, and kindness. We were able to attend 7 out-of-town parades, speak to senators and representatives in the Capitol, sing the national anthem at countless activities, and throw the first pitch at the Apple Sox game. We were able to find friendships and create memories that will last a lifetime. We thank you for giving the Apple Blossom Festival your love every single year. We truly did love every single minute of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty. Princess Lexi Fennell, Princess Janissa Hepton, and Queen Ella Stimmel.
Good evening, everybody. We just want to give a huge thanks to all of our friends and family who supported us through this amazing year. We couldn't have done it without you, and we love all of you with all of our hearts. Thank you so much.
We just want to thank our amazing Apple Blossom family, all the administrators, the volunteers, the Applelarians for everything they do, and everyone that put anything into the Apple Blossom Festival. We are so honored to be a part of this amazing tradition. Thank you so much.
Finally, we would like to thank all of you, this amazing community, for supporting us, loving us, and welcoming us. This festival couldn't happen without you.
Are you dealing with a pest or...
I'm Princess Janissa.
I'm Princess Lexi. And I'm Queen Ella. And we loved every minute of it.
All right. How about that? Darcy Christofferson, everybody. Takes more than a broken foot to stop the Queen. All right. Before we bring back our top 10 candidates, we want to remind you that after the crowning of our royalty, no one will be allowed backstage. There will be a reception for you to meet the new royalty and congratulate all the candidates right outside the doors of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Just follow the balloons. Now, let's welcome back our 2025 top 10 candidates. Our royalty chaperones have been very supportive of these 10 young ladies throughout the selection process. They have made sure our candidates were always prepared and escorted them to all their appearances. At this time, we would like to introduce chaperones Jan Crawlard and Terry Van Horn. Before we learn who will reign over this year's festival, there are 5 special scholarship awards to announce. It is important to point out that these awards in no way affect the status of the candidates or the possibility of them becoming a member of the royalty. With the envelopes containing the names of the 5 award winners, as well as the 2025 Apple Blossom Royalty from Cordell Neer and Company, welcome Certified Public Accountant Steve Neer. The most photogenic award is selected and presented by Parsons Photography. The recipient of this award was the most relaxed, comfortable, and natural during her photo session. She will receive a gift certificate for a future portrait session and a $200 gift card from Ulta Beauty. Presenting the award is last year's recipient, Betsy Gomez. And the winner of the most photogenic award is candidate Mia Tostado. The following 4 awards will each receive a $1,000 scholarship. The Congeniality Award is voted on by the 10 candidates to show their appreciation to the girl among them who has exemplified the attributes of kindness and friendliness and has also given personal support during the past few weeks. Sponsoring the $1,000 scholarships is Hankins Tibbetts Law Firm. Please welcome attorney Allison Cooper. The winner of this year's Congeniality Award is candidate Yasmin Perez. The next award is the Community Involvement Award, which is selected by an independent scholarship committee. The recipient of this award has excelled in activities, volunteer opportunities, and work experience in our community. The $1,000 scholarship is sponsored by 7 local State Farm agents. Presenting this award is last year's recipient, Samantha Dodd. The winner of this year's State Farm Good Neighbor Community Involvement Award is candidate Ava Smeller. The Achievement Award is also selected by an independent scholarship committee. This award is based on outstanding GPA, school activities, club, and school awards. Sponsoring the $1,000 scholarship is Davis Arneal Law Firm. Presenting tonight is attorney Simon Vickery. The winner of the Achievement Award is candidate Ella Johnson. The next award is presented to the candidate the judges and audience determined had the most original speech. This award is based on creativity, originality, and delivery of the candidate's speech pertaining to the topic they were given. Sponsoring the $1,000 scholarship is Camp Yedinek and S. Worthy Law Firm. Presenting tonight is attorney Nick Yedinek. And presenting the plaque is last year's recipient, Laurel Patterson. The winner of the Most Original Speech Award is candidate Deja Carlson. And now the moment we have all been waiting for, the crowning of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty. To bestow the royal robe will be Appalachian Chancellor Linda Harold, and presenting bouquets to the royalty, which are donated by Apple Blossom Floral, Director General Kurt Ulrich. And crowning our new royal court will be our 2024 royalty. We want to remind you that the princesses will be announced in no particular order. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Deja Carlson.
Thank you. Thank you. First, I want to thank my mom because she's been my biggest supporter through this entire thing. I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And not only that, but my entire family has been so supportive of me. And these girls behind me are so deserving of everything and more. And I'm blessed to call them my best friends. So, yeah, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, of course, because without him, none of this would have been possible. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Yasmin Perez.
Thank you guys so much. I honestly didn't expect this just because the girls behind me are truly amazing people. I'm so happy I got to meet them. I would love to thank my mom, my dad, and my family. They're my support system. They're the reason I am who I am. And I'm so beyond thankful for them. Thank you.
Now, the 106th queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the winner of a $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness Ella Johnson.
One day in May, I'll come and say, happy so bright, the sun shines on today. What a wonderful way.
Wow. I just want to thank God for this incredible opportunity, Jesus for saving my life, and just my family for supporting me and these girls behind me.
Church bells will chime.
You guys didn't see that. And just, yeah, the Wenatchee Valley, just to be able to represent you guys is just going to be such an honor and a blessing. And I'm just so excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Princess Deja Carlson, Princess Yasmin Perez, and Queen Ella Johnson. Let's hear it for your 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty. All right. To find out about all the events for 2025, log on to appleblossom.org. We'll see you in April.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com. Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured with Harvest Valley Pest Control, they're using kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Merry Maids. Leaving your house cleaning chores to the caring team members at Merry Maids of Wenatchee is the easy way to have a completely clean home just the way you want it. For a free in-home estimate, call today, 509-293-4243. Together for Youth. They'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for help.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
This is pretty cool for me because I've never been backstage after the announcement of the Royal Court, and so I was privy to see what happens after the curtain closes, and it was a mob of ladies that were running up to the three to give them big hugs and loves and all that, and there's tears and there's happiness and there's joy and there's sorrow. There's a little bit of everything going on. A little bit of everything,
but it's just fun to see because there's good energy, and you know what? They were a lovely group of girls. They all did wonderful, and I loved how much they support each other.
Yeah.
Which is really important.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Darcy was telling us here that it was close. It was really close. Yeah. And back and forth. And, you know, Yasmin Perez had a great pageant. Dan Kuntz, he was the first to tell me that. And he's absolutely right. Yes. And, you know, this is only 40% of the judging. But if it's close, then that 40% can make a big difference.
It can. And even an impromptu answer can make the difference as well. So.
And the reason why I'm bespeckled right now is because I can't see anything, and I just
calling
want
you
to
the professor.
You know, the professor, yes, okay. So our queen, of course, is Ella Johnson, and interestingly enough, this is our second River Academy student who is queen.
That's
and
awesome.
We had that just a couple of years ago, so congratulations to Ella Johnson, the daughter of Kyle and Andy. I wanted to make sure and get that in there too. Ella also won the Achievement Award, which doesn't impact the top three announcement by any stretch of the imagination. It just happens that she picked up both of those here tonight. Our princesses are Deja Carlson, whose mom is Janelle Carlson. She won the Original Speech Award as well. She's a Wenatchee High School senior. And then Yasmin Perez, who is the daughter of Santiago Perez and Isabet Torres, she won the Congeniality Award, and she's an Eastmont High School. So we have three representatives here in our Royal Court.
Covered all the odds.
Yeah, that's fun. Also picking up awards here tonight, you had Photogenic that went to Mia Tostado, and the Community Involvement Award went to Ava Smeller. Congratulations to all the ladies, and congratulations to parents. You've done a great job of raising some fine young women.
And it hasn't been an easy week for parents either, because there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of getting ready and getting making sure your daughter's up and out the door, and it's so it's
Get out of bed. No, they never did that. They never did that. But I may have thought about it.
Oh, and I want to also add that the Floor Factory is giving each girl who was not in the top 3 a $1,000 scholarship as well. So nobody goes home without something. So,
absolutely.
Isn't that wonderful?
The ladies right now are getting photos taken by the Wenatchee World. As soon as they're done, they will drift our way and join us here on the NCW Life channel for their first thoughts of being the Royal Court for the 106th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. How about that?
It's so exciting. It's so exciting.
It really is.
Yes.
And we really appreciate you tuning in wherever you are around the world. We've had a bunch of folks that have been signing in on Facebook and saying, hey, we're watching. Congratulations to this candidate and that candidate. We really appreciate you tuning in for that. And we have several opportunities. If you tuned in late, we will have this posted on our website. In fact, you can go to our YouTube page after the broadcast is over. You can go to our Facebook page. You can watch it any time your heart desires. We will take a break and come back with more here from the post-game report. See,
I knew you had to do it. You had to be consistent. You know, it's
tomorrow.
okay.
So, we will do that coming up next here on the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington State and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
NCW Life channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCW Life channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
NCW Life channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Welcome back once again here to the New America Performing Arts Center. We're backstage along with Julie Agins-Kuntz. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel as we're awaiting the appearance of our new royalty. That would be Queen, oops, I turned my page on myself, Ella Johnson, Ella, also Princess Deja Carlson and Princess Yasmin Perez. They'll be joining us here. Mere moments, and they will reign over the 106th Apple Blossom Festival. And this is kind of the unofficial, official kickoff for Apple Blossom. I know we're still in February, but before you know it, April will be here.
It will be here before you know it. And the dates for our festival, just in case you want to know, are April 24th through May 4th. So that's the official festival. We will have the Technoplex Youth Parade.
Very good.
See, I did good. I know, because we changed sponsors a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the Classy Chassis Parade, presented by, I think, Les Schwab, still involved in that.
I would think so.
And then, of course, the
Stem Milk Growers Grand Parade.
Yes, and we'll have all those broadcasts live here on the NCW Life channel. In fact, I haven't asked you yet, but would you be my date for the parades?
I would love to be your date for the parade.
Now, of course, Marion is number one date
Yes,
for the
yes,
parade, but then Julie joins us on the broadcast, and we always
Which
have a lot of fun
We have
with that.
so much fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy
although
doing
I
it.
will say, can we put in for some better weather than what we had for the Grand Parade
It was cold last year.
That was,
It was
raining
really cold.
buckets,
Yeah.
and it was probably our highest viewership we've ever had
because everyone was home.
Everybody ran for the house on that one. But looking forward to the festival end of April, 1st of May, that first week, and I will be back again as the MC for the All Service Club luncheon. And Ruben Mays will be our keynote speaker. He was one of our judges here tonight.
Okay,
and
that's awesome.
Ruben, of course, a former Coug and New Orleans Saint, and now very involved in the state of Washington and nonprofit work. So looking forward to hearing what Ruben has to say
That will be
for
great.
the All Service Club luncheon.
Yes.
By the way, tickets on sale. I think you can get those through the Apple Blossom website, which is
Sure you can.
appleblossom.org.
Yes.
What else should we talk about?
We are like
we're doing a little.
We're waiting for the official photos, yes, from the Wenatchee
We've got
World. So,
the Wenatchee World is set up over to our right
Yes.
here, and the ladies are probably eager to get hugs and kisses from
I think
parents
they are.
and
Then
family.
because after they finish with us, then they will go out to the lobby for an official reception.
Yes.
So the parents and all of their family and friends can greet them, and then their first appearance. Well, they're coming to see you at the
Yes,
station.
they'll be with us on Monday.
Yes.
In fact, the Queen, Ella Johnson,
Yes.
will be on Mike Magnotti's show
Okay.
Monday morning at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I will be sitting down with all three, 8:30 our time on Monday morning,
Okay.
and we'll run that on Tuesday, right, Dan? On Wake Up Wenatchee
Okay.
Valley.
Good.
So we'll have that on television. And that's always kind of fun to give them a couple of days to
Yeah.
settle in and then go, okay, what did you forget?
Yes,
When you were on
well.
stage and you had your crown on, what did you forget
They'll
to
tell
say?
you the inside stories. And then their first official lunch appearance is with the Wenatchee Central Lions Club on Wednesday. So they get right to it.
And a fun thing, we talked to the outgoing royalty before the pageant began tonight. They also have breakfast with the girls tomorrow
yes,
morning. So
tomorrow,
they have that
yes.
heart-to-heart conversation about what to expect.
Yes.
Congratulations. And while you're eating that muffin, let's talk about this year.
And that's just kind of a nice way for our 2024 royalty to say goodbye, but also just to give some advice and to give hugs, and someone who's been through it, to be able to talk to them is really insightful for our new royalty
Well,
as
and that
well.
was something interesting, too, to watch, being backstage here for the announcement and for the awards and things like that, is watching the outgoing royalty. And their level of excitement
They were
was
so
ecstatic.
excited.
I mean, they're jumping up and down and clapping and trying not to lose their crown in the meantime. And, I mean, how fun was that?
There's a lot of energy back here, so it was kind of fun to be here and to see it. I've seen it happen before, but I've usually been working backstage, so I'm glad you got to experience
Well,
it.
when we get the blossoms up here, the blossoms, that's what we used to call it on radio.
Okay.
Wasn't it? When we get the Royal Court up here on the NCWLIFE channel, I always get in a hurry and we get off the air and I forget to thank our broadcast crew.
Let's do that.
So I want to thank also our crew here tonight, back in the studio, Malcolm Whitehall. Thank you, Mac. Tecker Wagner here on site along with Dan Coots. Also running our cameras here tonight, Joshua Malone. We have Carson Sellers. We have Callie Benson. And of course, always number one in my heart, camera number two, Marion Grandstrom. Thank you, Marion. Tim Bernowski is going to be running around, of course, my queen, always. Julie Agins Kuntz. We will take a break, and I think we're ready for royalty coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel. Stay right there.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Let Merry Maids custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee help. Merry Maids cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Merry Maids, let us help.
Welcome back once again here on the NCW Life channel. The set here backstage just got a heck of a lot better looking, for gosh sakes. We've got our Royal Court for 2025. We have Queen Ella Johnson. We have Princess Deja Carlson. And we have Princess Yasmin Perez. I didn't forget that. I just wanted to have dramatic effect with that. Okay, ladies, whirlwind. You have the announcement. They throw you backstage. You get hugs and kisses and then a photograph, and then here you're on TV. So what's going through your mind right now, Ella?
I'm still in a little bit of shock. My crown also fell off like 8 times, so that's not the best start. But Darcy really shoved it into my head, so hopefully I don't have a concussion as queen. That would not be great. But I'm super excited. I'm just with both of these girls, like, just the journey is like just begun. And so that's just really exciting.
Deja, how about you?
Same. It's so surreal. It's such a blessing, too. I couldn't ask for a better group of girls to be with, so I'm super excited.
Yasmin?
Oh, this is so exciting. I wasn't expecting it just because every single one of those other nine girls, amazing. And I'm just so beyond happy, blessed, and I'm excited for this journey.
Okay, let's go back to this morning with that portion, which is 60% of the judging. Talk about that process for you, and did you come out of that going, all right, knock that out of the park, now let's get pageant over and we'll get on with this?
I was actually most nervous about the morning portion, but the Lord just totally spoke through me. It wasn't my words, it was His. I just felt so confident leaving that interview because I knew that it wasn't me leaving it on the table, it was just Him. Knowing that I'm playing for an audience of one, but now I'm able to represent an audience of the Wenatchee Valley. So I felt good about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave thinking that I did the best that I possibly could, and I think I did. Even though it was still nerve-wracking, I truly think that I was myself during the interview process, and I think that's what got me here. So.
Well, and we talked about that, right? About being yourself. Yeah. Yasmin, how about you?
100%, I agree with these girls. I can come out of this experience saying I was true to myself. I had a laugh, I had a cry, all of it, and I would love to relive it all over again. It was a beautiful experience.
So what's next? I know you're going to go out and meet family and probably pretty excited about that.
I want to eat some food. It's been a really long day. We started at 8 a.m. So just like the nerves and everything, finally getting relaxed. Probably going to go get in some PJs as much as I love these ball gowns. Some cozy clothes definitely sounds great.
Okay. How about you, Deja?
I'm excited to go talk to my family, and then tomorrow we have a lunch with the 2024 royalty. So that'll be a fun time. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh yes, just so beyond happy. This journey has been awesome. I'm ready, I'm excited, and then we have our reception right after this. I can say hi to my family. I'm so excited for that.
Julie, did you have anything?
Well, I was going to, but Darcy's hovering, so that's the cue. That means she is ready. So
when Darcy says that means
yes.
go. And
congratulations,
if you
ladies!
Don't know that
yes,
by now,
so excited
you're
for
know
you.
That by...
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies, congratulations,
yes.
and we'll see you on Monday. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Have fun.
The
Enjoy.
2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royal Court. That's going to wrap it up here from the Numerica Performing Arts Center backstage for my queen, Julie
thank you, Eric.
Always a pleasure, and thanks to everybody for watching here on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for watching the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Tonight's coverage on the NCWLIFE channel has been brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Be sure to tune in for more coverage of Apple Blossom Festival in April and May with the Youth Parade, Classy Chassis Parade, and the Grand Parade right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.